From downtown Cleveland, on a rainy, on a cloudy. Welcome to the Pesci Power Hour. Let's line them up. From Newberry, Washington, Kim Crick. What up, Daniel? Let's light them up. Let's pass them in. Straight out of Jumanji. Turn the lights on. We're back in action. Finishing off where we left off the other day. Shout out to Jim Crick. Shout out to the Norwegian sisters, Pakistan Patty, Tina from Tahiti, Timmy from Tibet, Tokyo Tony, the Scaleri brothers, Herb Siflix 10. Let's line them up. We have a small update. There has been a rumor that there's some bad red rope licorice circulating through the crowd. What up, Barkley? Ready to do some Detractor Alley tonight? Ready for the trophy. From the Norwegian Gothka. When you think about Jumanji and rolling the dice, there's a path to be laid. There's a blueprint that's already been built. When in Navka, we're smoking extreme amounts tonight. We are happy to announce after a 3-year hiatus, we did finally finish the brutal breakdown of Avengers 1. All I gotta do is upload it to the channel. After 3 years, I had to do some editing and finish up some shit. Well, your boy Mr. Marvel made his return. Is that sheep blood? What the fuck? Shout out to the Norwegians. In a world of Nafgalians, only the winners will be able to walk. Oh, you know what? Let's see what pirate is. Ladies and gentlemen, we did upload a promo to Brad. Brad was not. You have breaking news on the Mountain Timer. I figured Brad would get wind of the promo. Keep in mind, I cut the promo when I didn't hear from him. So it was a 36-minute that I was able to edit down to about 18. I kind of basically told him I just blacked out. That was a blackout. Thank you, Pizza Mike, for the jewels, bleed. Shout out to the Jewel crew. Yeah, Brad wasn't happy He's pretty much said he will never bet me again because I brought up his betting. Nothing worse than getting punished for not doing anything. Yeah, he gave me his Pescielpo was worth it. I caught your promo. What up, Woody? The promo had a lot of heart behind it. It had a lot of feel for it. We were able to collect our coin with interest. So we'll live with the dub. That's a dub. What up, Robbie? Uncut Gem says Pizza Mike. Well, I mean, we would hope Brad would come back, but shout out to the Bengals, says Wooday from the Hooday. It's good to see you still around, Hooday. Interesting story about good old Hooday. Yeah, he paid up with interest. We got the 300 plus 100. That's a win. So that makes up for any late time in the world of betting whenever you get insurance like that. So God bless him. No, he didn't have to pawn the Jeep. He wouldn't go that far. He would just owe me. He would owe me before he would have to pay the Jeep. He wouldn't be able to face his fucking family and tell him he pawned his car for gambling. Phil was playing Dark Souls 2 today. And the Tractors shut down his chat 4 times. I was crying. What do you mean they shut down? All right, video 1. DSP yells at Dents for giving credit to Asmongold. Smart move, Phil, yelling at the Dents. Shout out to Duty Streams for the vid. Let's go, Big Scrine. Little Hershey Hame. Audio's different there.
So, really quick, but again, before we get to the GTA pre-order stuff, which is...
Wait a minute. He's starting off with saying real quick. I can only imagine what real quick means right here.
Is going to be the hot topic of today's show. I just want to recap how insane yesterday was. For the record, yesterday I got record levels of support. Okay? Like over the top, overwhelming levels of support on yesterday's streams. Thank you if you were a part of those streams and contributed in any way. That's absolutely amazing that you guys supported my content so much. We opened more packs of Pokemon cards than ever before. I think on the first stream we opened like 22. And on the second stream, we opened 2, so 24 freaking packs of cards in one day. We opened...
Wait a minute. Did I miss something? 24 packs in one day. That's almost the whole box. What happened to fucking nourishing the flavor, Phil? Did I miss something? This guy had a 26-pack day at Fiddler a Pack? Oh, my God. That was his dream day.
Half the box of the Mega Evolution that we opened in the morning. We just opened the box and opened half the packs. And then we opened 4 of the Ultra Premium packs that I have lined up here, too, that have chances to have really, expensive cards in them. So, absolutely insane. Am I expecting that every day? Absolutely not. There's no way that can maintain.
Am I expecting that every day? And then you go, come on, man. Why even have this little Kodorum? Why not say, I wish I could have that support every day and have those same guys come in and do it again, please?
And be every day. That's just wild levels of support.
Oh, he had an $800
as a result
day?
of that, I've already had to order another box of Pokemon cards because I know that if we keep blowing through these at this rate within another day or two, because I don't think we're going to do half the box today, But another few days, we'll probably be done with this box, maybe by the end of the week. So I've already got another one on order to...
You already got another one on order. You don't think you're going a little bit overboard, Phil? You're not even, like, giving it a chance to breathe. You're not breathing. You're a firm believer that now the money is connected to the packs now. They got him. It's easy to trick Phil. He's believing that 800 was all for packs.
Replace that one, okay? And what's hilarious is you got idiots here saying, oh, it's because of Asmon Gold. So I guess you weren't on the streams then. No one came to my stream and supported the stream because Asmon Gold said something about me yesterday. It was actual regular supporters. People who I know. Now, they all say they're not.
Now, when you say people you know, Phil, you talking about the people that are actually in your physical DM that you hide like Easter eggs?
Anonymous because they don't want to be trolled on the internet. But it was people who like what I've been doing recently and supported the streams.
People that like what I've been doing recently.
So you have no idea what you're talking about. There was no influx of support because Asmongold talked about it.
Actually, we're going to start by... We're going to write
people
these
liked
down.
the content and they wanted to keep going, so they supported it in droves, and it was very much appreciated. So again, thank you everyone yesterday who supported my streams. Am I expecting that we're going to get tons of support like that?
Damn, twice? Whoa! Phil, are you really mentioning it twice? Are we going to get another big day? No. Twice? Like, someone needs to clip this stuff and resend it to him. For him not to realize how sick this addiction is?
That today? Absolutely not.
Share in Discord. I'm
no way. We're doing Resident Evil. When I did Resident Evil 2 days ago, the stream did incredibly poorly. I almost predict it's going to do poorly again today.
No shit, it's an awful game.
Sadly, I wish that wasn't the case, but I do feel like today's Resident Evil stream just won't do so well because the one 2 days ago didn't either, okay? But hey, if you like the content, all right, if you like everything going on, please support the stream, all right? Let's go. Let's get some support.
You would figure that he would change the lines up by now. He always says, if you like my content, if you like my streams, if you like Pokemon, why can't we just watch for free, Phil? Why does it have to be dollar-oriented? And why are you cheering for money? This isn't like a let's go for like the commenters or let's go for the fans. This is literally a let's go for money.
Let's get stuff going for Resident Evil.
Stuff.
Particularly for those of you who say, well, I don't really like the Pokemon card stuff and I don't like, that. Well, we're not doing it. We're doing Resident Evil now. So this is the stream. If you don't like all that stuff, then this should be the one you're on, watching, engaging, and supporting the content because you like stuff other than Pokemon cards.
This shouldn't be, Phil, because Code Veronica's not that good of a game. The couple parts I saw playing, I'm like, why does this guy even attempt these idiotic, dumbass things?
Just saying. So let's see how it goes today. All right? Now,
last
night, we did a Steam game tryouts night.
Phil, why I don't like the way you run shit is because you say, let's see how things go tonight. What if everything went great except for the money? You would never acknowledge that. You wouldn't. You would never acknowledge getting 2 of the 3 things you so-called want when deep down it's only one. So let's see how things go. With what, Phil? You playing the game, how far you get? Let's see how things go. Yeah, I wrote that one down. Let's get stuff going. Let's see how things go. These are the greatest hits so far.
You guys suggested an incredible amount of games for me to look at, and we did. And I added a ton of them to my Steam wish list, okay? So what I wanted to do, okay? What I want to do is...
Phil, when you say what you wanted to do, it's always about what you wanted to do. It never is about what the fans want. I think you could at least say that.
Announce early what we're going to be trying out on Sunday night, okay? So you guys know, oh, those are the games Phil's trying, and you'll know if you're interested or not, and if you want to show up to that stream.
You'll know if you're interested or not.
Tryout nights is...
You have never... the fact that you really base off your attendance off the game you're playing, when you know you're just focusing on a couple dents, is ridiculous. Same attendance every day.
You don't know what games I'm going to play? People show up, and then I'm like, oh, he's playing those games, and then they leave because they didn't want those
No,
games.
they don't. Those are LARPers.
Does that make sense? So, in advance, I want to tell you guys what we're doing on Sunday night so you know to come to the stream or not. Sunday night, it's going to be This Bed We Made, which is an interesting narrative-based game with supernatural elements. Before Your Eyes, which apparently is a game, if you have a webcam, it follows your eyes around and you look at stuff to trigger it, but you don't need that. Apparently, this is a game about someone's, I guess, life flashing before their eyes, and I don't know if that means that, like, they're about to die, and so they're reliving their life or something like that. I'm not sure, but apparently people are saying it's incredibly unique and artistic of a game, so I wanted to try that one. And then Gothic 1's remake, which...
Tiger Pimp 666 says, well, if your current people do not want to watch you play those games, you can always make new audience. You can't keep the same people forever. You got to get some new people. Well, here's the problem, Tiger Pimp. He messages certain dents. The dents that give him money like to sometimes be praised by him, and they like certain text messages like, how are you doing? Haven't heard from you in a while. They get a kick off of that. These are the guys that fill targets. Look at his eyes. That's why he gets nervous. Well, let's see how things go.
Apparently just released. I've never played Gothic 1. I don't know anything about the game, so I figured there's a demo, give it a shot, and see if I like it or not. Okay? So, we'll be doing all 3 of those on Sunday night. If any of them are good, maybe I'll actually adopt them as real playthroughs on the channel. But maybe they won't be good, and then we're like, oh, well, we tried, let's do other stuff, and then maybe later in the week we'll try some more games, okay? So FYI, that's what we're doing on Sunday night. He talks like he's running a birthday party. Come on by to the late night stream on Sunday. Now, another thing that's been suggested is Deltarune, that apparently today, Deltarune released Chapter 5, and I only had played Deltarune Chapter 1
Define suggested
many, many, many years ago, and I never went back and never played it again, so I don't know anything about any of the other chapters that came after it. And I guess now with 5 chapters, each one feels kind of like a standalone deal, like episodic, almost like a Telltale narrative game. If you guys ever wanted to see me play Deltarune, I would be willing to, but I don't know if that's something you're interested in. Not to be fair, not many people talk about Deltarune.
People in the kick chat LARPing saying we're only here for Pokemon.
Deltarune these days. I think at one point there was like tons of hype with Undertale.
Eddie Chill chanting, we want Pokemon.
Been, like, around for years, and I don't really think that there's that much hype behind it these days anymore.
Someone said play a real game. I agree.
Wrong, let me know. I'd be interested in checking it out if you guys wanted it. Okay. Now, another suggestion that's been made.
If you guys want to.
I haven't played a FromSoft game in a long time, and that's valid. Like, I haven't actually played anything from FromSoft since January 2025, which was when I played Dark Souls 1 with mods.
A couple months ago?
There is a desire to see me go back and possibly play like Dark Souls 2 or 3 again.
Yeah, like I said, there's a desire. His desire.
I don't really understand the whole mod situation. Okay, with Dark Souls 1, I had a couple people helping me with it, and even with the people who were helping me with the mods of Dark Souls 1, it didn't really work. It crashed a bunch of times. We had issues where streaming wasn't working, and then people complained the whole time anyway that the mods weren't good. And I'm like, so was it really worth it? I don't know. So in this case,
yeah, jeeping around with
I would
Brad.
definitely like to play Dark Souls 2 or 3 again. I haven't done them in a million years, but I'm curious, like, what I could do. Are there easy mods to install? You know what I'm saying? Is there a way to actually just do it without a ton of difficulty? Or is it legit just tough to do? And, like, I shouldn't bother with it. Just play Dark Souls 2 or 3 vanilla.
You got to imagine one of his money supporters reached out to him and asked him to play a Dark Souls game.
Which one would you want, and when should we start? Because we could start whatever. Like
he'll go back and play Dark Souls, but he won't play a good Souls-like game. Because Neo kicked his ass.
Someone took $1 and said, it's incredible that you have a great, well-supported, successful stream yesterday, and everyone wants to try to blame on something else, like Asmongold or something. I know. It's ridiculous. You know, I can't just be successful. I can't. It's not because of anything I've done. It's always because of some ridiculous...
So, right here he's saying, any trouble I've had is not because of anything I've done. It's because of the people that make the videos on me. This is when he's trying to, like, coddle his current dents. And I guess some of them buy it. Because he'll preach this one all the time. That he is not the reason why there's this dark cloud over him. It's not because he's ignorant or any of that or the biggest beggar of all time or the king of the locales, but it's because of other people like he's going to tell you now. All right, Pirate.
Ridiculous outside factor that was just random chance. It's not that
Hello,
I'm actually
Kate.
doing something that people have enjoyed and now want to see more of and they want to support. No, Phil could never come up with that kind of idea. It's only because Asmund Gold decided to cover him today. No, I literally received 0 support yesterday because Asmund Gold covered me. 0. Okay? I got support because people like the Pokemon stuff. We were talking about it on the morning show.
We're blaming it on
and people were
Asmund
like,
Gold
we'll
now?
support it, so he'll do it. And then I did it. It's that simple. Okay? The late stream had nothing to do with Pokemon at all. People still supported in droves because they like the content.
Hold on, let
you
me
see?
give you a mod.
Okay. So, FYI, all right. Basically, today we will still be doing the Pokemon stuff. This stream is not Pokemon-centric whatsoever. Late stream is. Late stream is Pokemon Champions tonight, okay? And we will be doing multiplayer. We'll be doing singles and doubles matches.
There you
I'll
go.
be trying to, get my rankings up. Hopefully I can get past Ultra Ball rank,
Thank
maybe
you,
even get to
Kate.
Master Ball rank in the singles. And, of course, I want to actually fight humans in
Wait,
the
is that
doubles
the
and
end
see
of
how
this
that
one?
goes, too. So we should have some fun,
All right, we're on the next
competitive
one.
style Pokemon dueling, because they don't
All
call
right,
it dueling.
next
whatever they
one
call it.
is-
Tonight on the late
Thank you, Duty, for the video. DSP starts off podcast with business meeting, blames Indians for hurting his business. That's where Duty always clickbaits. I guarantee Phil doesn't physically blame an Indian.
weird YouTube chat freezing
Thank
that
you,
was
Pirate.
happening a couple days ago. It's still happening, and it's not good. Okay, just to be honest with all of you, it sucks that this is happening. What am I talking about? So, malicious parties found a way to go into YouTube chats, not just mine, but all of the YouTube chats of anyone who streams on YouTube. Okay, and they actually found a way
I love that he calls it malicious parties.
to freeze the chat room permanently, and you can't unfreeze it. So literally no one can talk. It basically ruins the chat for everyone. Okay? It's not just like, oh, you're trolling the streamer. No one can enjoy the chat.
Phil, that's
All
your
right?
dream.
And there's no way to fix it. You can't close the chat and open the chat. You can't
Thank you,
change the settings of
Barkley.
the chat. The chat is just dead. Now, the only way to fix it is to actually shut down the entire stream, make a whole new stream from scratch, and stream on that one. Okay?
You don't even put yours up. Why would that bug you?
It's terrible. It really is
This
a
is
horrendous
his way of being
bug or
interactive
exploit
back
or
to the
hack or
fans.
Whatever it is, because no one's actually sure how it works right now. Why people are doing it is just to be malicious. Like, literally, at first, it seemed like people were
Deputy Sparrow puts, I'm about checked out on gaming.
trying to scam people
PSP's YouTube
and be
chat.
like, hey, click here to unfreeze your chat, and you click, and then they get a keylogger on your computer or whatever. But at this point, I think people are just doing it to be malicious jerks, okay? So sadly, this happened again yesterday. Now, I had already changed my chat to 1 week sub-only mode back on Sunday, and that seemed to fix the problem. Then all of a sudden yesterday, it happened again. So then I turned a chat into a 2 week sub-only mode, and it happened again. Then I went to
2 week sub-only mode. That's when you know he's catering to a few dens. Any normal guy that thinks that they're building anything would not put it on 2 weeks. A guy of his caliber. Don't you guys see what he's doing here? This is like him protecting stepdad and fucking all the idiots. He doesn't want them being fucking turned away from it because he knows his interaction to them is the reason why they give money, because they're that desperate. Sometimes some people are just that desperate for hello, and that's usually the DSP donators.
1 month sub-only
His
mode,
dad's.
and since then it hasn't happened again. So it very well could be there's a couple malicious parties out there that have been subbed to my channel for a bit.
Can we hear
and
about
they were
malicious
able to keep
parties, Phil?
having it
Can you
happen,
define
But
that?
now that I went to the 1 month sub-only mode, now they
1
can't chat,
month?
therefore they can't freeze the
Is-
chat.
What is
okay?
this, Ken Bolin?
Let's hope this bought us some time. Let's hope
1
this bought us
month?
maybe a couple of
Hopefully this bought us some time. What do you mean us? You know how much more fucking dented this would be if he explained what he actually meant? Like, he expects you to cryptically put that together. What he's trying to tell you is, hey, Jade, I don't want you to be scared. So I had to throw, the socks because he's been getting more socks than ever. He set records on WPIG for bands, him and his mods. Remember when he says he's not really a band guy? He's setting records for bands now on the daily.
Weeks. And hopefully now YouTube can get on this and fix it. But knowing YouTube, probably not. To give you guys some perspective here, okay? YouTube is finally in August going to fix the regional pricing for memberships. For those who don't know about this one,
say goodbye to Argentina.
For something like 5+ years, where YouTube has different pricing for memberships on the site, dependent on where you live, geographically. So if you live in the United States, my membership should.
Phil, you know what's sad is we know how this works coming from your chat. You don't have to give us the Argentinian speech again. This is the most repeated thing on his stream. This is bad that he's even going back over this. This is an eye roller. This is straight. He's talking to Jade at this point.
Cost $3.99. But apparently if you lived in Argentina, my memberships cost less than 5 cents. I want you to think about that. $4 versus 5 cents. That's kind of a discrepancy.
Hey, Susanna.
And the problem is people were abusing this. They were using VPNs to pretend like they lived somewhere else to mass buy memberships.
People were using like we don't know this.
Literally zero value to the streamer. And now memberships just don't have any intrinsic value anymore. They're worthless. So because of that, people have been complaining for years and years. Apparently enough people finally complained. I'm going to guess enough big YouTubers finally got together and complained. YouTube is fixing that issue in August. In fact, they are outright scaling everything properly again. So no exaggeration, if you live in Argentina, you'll actually have to pay $4 USD in order to get a membership, which it should have been all along. Okay, so no more of the VPN abuse. All of the regions are being fixed. I actually saw the grid yesterday. All of the regions.
I actually saw the grid yesterday.
No more fake memberships. That's amazing.
There's a grid?
That actually means that perhaps
at
some
shit,
point
thank you,
I could use
Ashes.
memberships for something
I
other
don't know
than just
what there it goes.
Maybe I could do content around memberships and stuff, which I never could do because memberships were worthless. Okay?
Thank you, Ashes.
Anyway, the point I'm making here, that exploit existed for 5 years. It took YouTube 5 years to figure this out and to decide they finally wanted to close this loophole. So now with this chat freeze thing, can you imagine how long it could possibly take YouTube to fix this one?
I got some of those people I know from China.
And the thing is, I get nervous. Like right now, no one has typed in chat for a minute. Now someone just did. It makes me nervous. Because when people aren't chatting, I'm like, did someone freeze my chat again? And I'm an interactive streamer, right? I need to be able to talk with you guys. I can't just run the stream and do it for myself.
I'm an interactive streamer. I need to be able to talk to you guys. If you witness any of the last 4 streams, there are parts where he'll go with record amounts of dead air, not speaking to anybody, only answering to certain dents. He's never interactive. He actually ignores Kickstream. His definition of interactive is he'll see certain donors and he'll point them out, and Jade gets a hello. If you've ever seen the way he approaches his Kick chat, for him to make this is all delusion right here.
The whole point of me streaming is interacting, which, at first
the whole point
for 3-4 years.
He said the whole point. The guy that asks for money more than he asks for interaction.
Years I streamed and acted like you guys didn't exist, which was incredibly asinine. And of course, I saw the error of my ways. Now, for nearly a decade, I've been an interactive streamer.
Shout out to Wukong TV.
One of the big attractive things about streaming is the interaction with the audience, being able to talk with you guys about whatever topic we're discussing, getting your live feedback, being able to, shout out support. Imagine if I can't do it.
It's so disrespectful that he says that. Because if you were someone that barely knew him, you'd be like, oh, this guy seems like he cares about some people out there. It's the complete opposite. Dude, it's a carbon copy nightly the way he interacts with his chat. It's the same. Sometimes he'll say a couple more things if the donations are higher. Its incentives will define Phil's energy, never your engagement. And he doesn't interact with you unless he's physically asking you how to play the game.
Any of that because the chat's just frozen, right? So let's hope for the best. Okay, let's hope that this does actually update soon. Let's hope that YouTube can fix things and get it so that the chat is not just constantly freezing. Because if the chat is constantly freezing, it's going to be an absolute nightmare. Just being honest here. And I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping that things will be fixed. In that regard. Also, something else weird is happening on YouTube.
I hope it'd be fixed in that regard.
YouTube completely changed the dashboard. And you might say, well, what does that mean? So YouTube has a dashboard for content creators. And on the dashboard, it showed things like, is your video monetized? How many views did your video get? How many likes did your video get? Stuff like that. So YouTube redid it as of yesterday. Okay. And it's nice because they're like, oh, at a glance, you'll now be able to see how much money you're making on all of your content. It'll update live and you'll be able to see, oh, look, you made this much on this stream. You made, this much on this stream.
Someone in Kick Chat says they'll suck his dick for a pack.
You got this kind of interaction on this stream. So at a glance, it looks like, wow, this is a good improvement to my dashboard. This will really help, overall.
He's really having a dashboard segment here.
Except it doesn't work. I'm serious. Like, all my content that I put out yesterday, even the streams. Now, you guys know yesterday, you guys were very supportive. Last night's stream where we did a tryout stream for games, which we'll talk about in a minute, what games we're going to try out on Sunday night. You guys super chatted a lot. I actually added it up. It was over $50 of super chats alone just on that stream. According to YouTube, I made $0 on that stream.
Okay.
The super chats exist. Like, I go into my super chat history and they're all there. But then the stream claims it has $0 of revenue.
Dude, think about how dented his audience is, and this is the conversation he's having. You're talking to the detractors at this point, Phil. This is a discussion of what your detractors here. You're gonna tell me you think Jade or fucking Nothing Here 182 gives a shit about the monetization of your YouTube fucking videos?
So you better hope that YouTube fixes this shit, because if they don't, no one on YouTube at all is going to make any money because they're claiming everyone made $0. I'm going to assume they're going to fix it, but it's kind of stupid. Again, they launched something new. They claim big improvements, everybody.
What up, Gonzo?
It's actually worse. I'll give you an example. So it's claiming that
hello, little Compton 420
back on Sunday. Okay,
thank
so
you,
we're
brother.
talking the Mina the Follower video, the Daily Wrap, the morning or not morning show, the level 1 podcast.
I'll give you a moderator, bro.
Gameplay,
you can share your shit.
That I all did on Sunday.
Welcome to the crew.
It shows all the money I made. Made a few bucks on this one, made $5 on this video, made $4 on this video. Then
somebody
it claims
get little Compton something to drink.
My videos that I put out on Monday only made $1 each, despite the fact that they have similar views.
My videos that I put out on Monday only made $1 each. Like, you're gonna come out with that speech right now, Phil? You're talking to yourself at this point, not even the detractors. Ooh, why would you even have a...
It's claiming that the videos that I put out of Trade Card Game Shop Simulator, TCG Card Shop Simulator from 2 nights ago, have made 5 cents. But people were super chatting, people were contributing the entire... How could it be 5 cents?
This, guys, he says he's interactive, right? With this chat.
Oh, my God!
His definition of interactive is doing this little segment right here where he could be interacting with his people. He's talking about dollar videos and 50-cent videos, something his audience doesn't even give a shit about. This is something more the detractors, and there's these moments where he talks to himself. He's talking to himself here. Look at the look in his eye. He hasn't responded to one person over here. I'm reading the shit they're putting. They're having a whole different conversation, Phil. There's 3 different audiences here on one stream. Not even counting Raw Phil. 4 with Raw Phil.
So, again, I think they screwed it all up, and I do hope that it fixes. But, again, this is another case of, these people at YouTube think that they're so smart, and they change the business, and they think it's for the better, but nothing works. And then it takes them a while to get caught up and fix everything to actually be how it was supposed to be originally.
Hey, Phil, when you say nothing works, what do you mean?
Originally, it's a joke because...
Where would you be without YouTube? The place that you call a joke, where would you be without the joke, Phil?
As you would think, oh my God, they're like $1 billion company. You know, the smartest people on the planet, Ivy League educated, work at YouTube and Google. They should be on top of this shit. Like, no, they're actually stupid. Like, I hate to say it. You know, there's a difference between book smart and street smart. They probably all are great at like sitting there.
There's a difference between book smart and street smart. Why is street smart being brought up here, Phil?
And coding and shit. And outside of that, they have absolutely no concept of how to run a business. They don't understand how people actually use the website.
I love him criticizing people about business that make more than he does.
They don't know what works, what doesn't, and they likely don't test anything. Whenever they launch something new, very much so, we, the content creators, are the guinea pigs. So who's to say that this new chat freezing issue isn't the result of they've changed or updated something and screwed it all up?
I mean, folks, he literally dove in on that chat shit.
That regional pricing for memberships, I'm sure that
everyone's moved on at this point. DSP, you're still on it.
To fix an exploit that screwed
all right,
over
we're on to the next
businesses.
one.
Like, I could have had tons more memberships if they had any value. I could have been making members-only content.
Phil looks like he has no street smart. He has zero.
Memberships could be bought for 5 cents.
All right, this next one actually looks kind of interesting. I hope this is a clickbait duty. DSP Resident Evil stream, worst supported stream all year. Was this? I think I saw this, didn't I? Yeah, this one I might have saw. I might have to move on. Yeah, this is the one I saw. Yeah, I saw this one. Basically, Code Veronica's a joke. The fact that he's confused, why, I don't know why people, why, Phil, why every time somebody doesn't donate to you, you say, I don't know what happened. Imagine this, folks. You're one of the people that give him money every day, and there's a day he doesn't get money from you, and he says, look at his face. I don't know what happened. That's his response. Not taking the game into consideration of it being junk, what parts of that game he was playing that were real bad. The fact that his commentary is borderline, it's not even commentary anymore. Because remember, he claims he can't say risky things. That's how dumb DSP is. He says that he could only be entertaining if he says flat out racist shit. If he can't say flat out racist shit, he can't be entertaining. That's his theory. He can't say risk A shit no more.
What just happened?
All right, we're going to the next one. DSP cries about low support, more proof to $800 in tips were fake. I don't believe any of the tips were fake. Come on.
Okay. But it wasn't a good financial day. But I want you guys to understand something. You could still have a good day, even if you're not making a lot of money. Particularly with me, yesterday was a crazy good day. As you know, if you watched the Daily Wrap from yesterday, crazy amount of support.
I'll tell you how he doesn't care about his fans. Yesterday was a great day. We had a crazy. He's already told you 3 times in 10 seconds he had a crazy amount of support. It's amazing how he does that. How he'll literally go, I got a crazy amount of support. Yesterday was crazy on support. Now, imagine the dents that like the attention from him. He could never look at them in the face, and if he only made $60, $70 and still say he had a good time. He would never admit that. He would tell you if your wallet is not open, then we did not have a success. I don't care if I had more numbers than I ever had. And I've watched him enough to witness his behavior. It's like the dents that give him money, it's almost like, folks, do you not see this guy truly doesn't care about you at all? Like he doesn't appreciate your shit. This is a guy that says he doesn't do giveaways because it only benefits one person. That is the most crooked thing I've ever heard in my life. And that's a very ballsy thing to say. And now Phil with the Daily Wrap.
And because of that, today wasn't that much of a concern if we got tons of support or not. But
today wasn't a concern if we got support or not, and it falls it off with a but. Here's the bullshit. I've seen this guy make 400 and then go, well, folks, if your sandwich store has a good day, then tomorrow you don't make anything, you're not going to be happy. You're going to be upset. Not taking into consideration he's not running a sandwich store. He's literally playing video games. So let me start this one over real quick. This line. I love the we weren't looking for support, but I'm guessing he did get it, and he's going to point that out. This dude's a piece of shit for this. Why does it say I'm not subscribed to Duty?
And because of that, today wasn't that much of a concern if we got tons of support or not. But I'm going to be honest. Yeah, today, neither stream did well when it comes to that. But I had fun on both streams.
Phil, you just said it's not a concern to the fucking idiots. It's not a concern, people. And then, but it is a concern. He's telling you, right after he told you it wouldn't matter, he's telling you this matters.
I had chill vibes on both streams. I'm happy that yesterday I had a great day.
Chill vibes?
It allows me to have
I'm glad I had a great day. That's 4 times.
Really slow day like today was. So let's talk about
2 times he said it was slow in 5 seconds after he said it wouldn't matter if we had a slow stream. Really looks like it's on his mind. This guy's brought up him having a slow stream more than he's brought up maybe somebody that was in chat or something interactive he did with his fans that he claims he's Mr. Interaction.
About it, all right? First off, it was a very interesting morning show today. Because if you were not aware, this morning, Rockstar came out and announced all of the details.
His morning show was interesting today because Rockstar put a tweet out
around the pricing, additions, and release of the upcoming GTA 6. So, essentially, if you weren't aware.
So, Phil, the king of the locals, the king of the beggars, is claiming his show was great today because Rockstar already put a tweet out that people already knew about, as far as I'm concerned.
We now know everything about the editions that are coming out, the actual pricing of each edition and what it comes with, and more. And let me tell you, the internet is not happy. There's tons of reasons why the internet is up in arms about GTA 6 now. I don't really want to spoil, but just a few. 2 editions, and the better edition looks like it may lock content out of the lower edition that people want. Why do you have to pay for the content if it's already in the game? No physical version of the game. Well, wait, there is a physical version of the game, but it doesn't have a disc. And then on top of all of that, it looks like Rockstar.
I love how Phil claims he's healthy right now because he's working out. You could definitely tell he's on a weight loss drug. Phil, if your workouts were the reason for you looking better or whatever, you don't even look better. You're looking like a skeleton. But if your workouts were the reason for your change, like you're pumping iron like you claim, you would have some mass from that. You're turning into bones. Okay, that's not the example of health. You don't scream healthy when I look at you.
Rockstar is potentially trying to fool people into inadvertently starting a subscription to their GTA Plus service, which they've had forever, but no one really subs to besides people who play GTA Online. And it looks like they're trying to almost be kind of underhanded in the way that they're going to get people to sign up for it. I don't want to spoil. Watch the DSP Morning Show. We go into heavy detail about it. And to be honest, I do think that
I can only imagine the heavy detail you got into with Jade. Somebody just pulled in my driveway? Hold on 1 second. Somebody just pulled in my driveway.
Yo, Pesh.
What up, brother?
What's up, man?
How you been?
Chilling, dude. How are you?
Ladies and gentlemen, Pirate here. No, I didn't know if you were doing anything. I was gonna say pop in. How's how's stuff going on your channel?
Actually pretty good, dude. I'm not gonna lie, it's been weird.
You need to put up a banner or something when you play that music, so it's not a black screen.
Oh, yeah. Well, I just do a thumbnail right now. I just put a little thumbnail and do my little thing.
You know what? You know what I'll make for you real quick?
What's up?
I'm making you see where it says like PWO and Punches Clubhouse?
Yeah.
I'm making a side room that if you ever want to use it for shit, you can. It's gonna say Pirates Room.
Oh, cool. Like a live stage.
Yeah, I'm saying if you had to go in there, like say you had to do an interview with somebody or something like that.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see if I did it right. Boom, there it is, Pirates Room.
Oh, cool, dude. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you could do whatever you want in there. No, I wanted to bring you in because I wanted to talk to you a couple things about the LCU.
All right, yeah, for sure.
I saw you put like a friend request. Was that real? Team sent you a friend request?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't know why. I was only in it like I was only
Maybe he was trying to get you in.
Yeah, but for what? I'm not interested, bro. I just denied it. I was like, fuck that. Maybe he was drunk or something.
My thing is, I wouldn't want to give up cool shit like he would probably want me to get rid of my Discord.
Yep.
There's people you can't talk to. I like talking to Buff. I like talking to people like Savage and shit like that.
Yeah,
I
you
think.
don't want you talking to nobody that's not. Well, he don't want you talking to nobody that's not in the LCU.
What up?
What up, Pesci? How you doing, brother?
I'm all right. How
Hell
you
yeah.
been?
I'm good. I was just talking to Booster Gold, and I thought I'd hop in here, see how the stream's doing, and
Booster, where's Booster at?
Gold?
Yeah, no, he was live in Ashes to Ashes Discord watching Lolcow live right now. So I was there for like an hour or so.
I wonder if I invited him, would he come? Sometimes he's weird about stuff like that.
Is he not in this Discord? Really?
Well, I've never tried to invite him.
Do you want me to see if I could get him in here? I'm sure he'd hop up on panel tonight.
You don't have to bug him about it. I mean, it's up to you.
All right, hold on here.
I'll be right back. The sauce, bro. He ain't going nowhere.
I'm gonna go talk to Beast.
Well, I can't hear you, Pirate. What'd you say?
I said Booster Gold is lost in the sauce. He ain't coming on no fucking panel. Other than
here's what I like about Booster, Pirate. He actually does do good commentary on the LCU. So when you do shows that are involving that, he's really good for that.
I was talking to him for an hour and a half. He wasn't even live, but we were just watching fucking Lolcow live, and he was providing some really good commentary. So
he's good at that.
Hold on one sec. I'll be right back.
All right.
Yeah, no, Booster's an encyclopedia. So yeah, he's really good.
Yeah, I was trying to think of some segment that we could do once a week.
Oh, I'm down, dude.
You know what I mean? I always say you don't have to look at it like doing a show. You can look at it like here and there. You get together and you do some like segments.
Yeah.
The problem is with the LCU at the moment is they got so many normal people in there. Some of the shows really aren't. You know what I mean? They're just normal hangouts.
They're literally like, I'm telling you. And I've noticed this. I see people in my chat that are from over there that it's like, I'm like, why aren't you watching the stuff that's going on over there? But it's like, it's that boring over there that they'd rather come in here.
Even though I was just on a call with Booster 2 seconds ago, he said, "Nah, I'm busy."
Yeah.
God.
Called it.
All right, hold on. Go on, Pirate. I was listening to what you were saying.
Yeah, I'm sorry for interrupting. My bad.
You're all right.
Oh yeah. No. I was just saying that I've seen people that chat over there. Usually, they've come to my stream, and I'm like, is it that boring over there? It's like you have to come to someone that's like not even there.
Well, I'll tell you, like, and I don't even like when stuff goes bad for certain shows. For instance, I used to watch Gay every morning, even even before I left or whatever.
On it.
And And now that Tech's kind of off there and Phantom's on there with Iceman, it's kind of like, damn, Iceman looks like he's just not into that show, period. And the only time he's entertaining is when he goes on other shows because you get a different version of him. So
Yeah,
it's
he's
like,
checked out.
yeah, he's kind of checked out on the Phantom thing. And it's not even like shitting on Phantom. It's like Iceman needs, like, I was surprised when, like, they split me and Iceman up originally and they put Tech over there. I thought that was a bad idea because we actually had some ideas that we were going to actually try. And they put Tech there and then sent me to Cash. I mean, yeah, shit went well on Cash. But I thought when I was replaced by Tech, that was kind of bullshit because I didn't really do anything wrong. It was for a stupid ass reason.
That's the
But
issue. They shuffle the gay cast so much where it's like Iceman, he's a cow. Let's be honest, he's a fucking low cow. And so many people have milked him successfully, but they always they shuffle it up, and you don't get the full experience of like, building it up and learning how to
hello,
deal with the
Aaron.
challenges that
I'll give you a
Iceman is.
moderator.
Yo,
Yeah.
what's up, Aaron?
I said this is going to be an interesting month for this reason, people. It's going to be interesting to see how much Keem is involved this month, considering he's got his wedding. How much longer are they going to run the whole Turbo thing? You know what I mean? Because at this point, it's like if you're going to have Turbo on live, why keep him at Rewind at 4 a.m.? Like you're
Turbo's
just
been-
you're not really getting a full version of him.
Turbo's
Like
been
ever.
crying the entire night. He's been. They did a drunk stream and like he's been literally crying. Like you could go back. I hope they don't delete the fucking VOD, but he's been a pussy bitch boy this entire time. I think he's scared of Tommy C. I think he's gonna quit immediately the first day that they have Tommy C and Turbo doing Lolcow live. And
I don't think
that'll
he'll
be fucking hysterical.
I don't think he'll quit. I think he will, because he wants to kiss Keem's ass. I don't think he's going to back out. I
But he
think
already
he's
quit
going to.
twice to spite Yo Mama. He was like, "Oh my god, they're doing the PDF allegations on me," even though it was obviously not fucking PDF allegations. Like, I think Turbo's ready to jump ship, and I think he's waiting for that moment, and I think Tommy sees that moment for him. I don't know.
You know, I talked to Turbo before I left when he got live or whatever. And the one thing I gave him credit for, I go, dude, it takes a lot of courage. But even if you did a good job, they might not still give you credit. You know what I mean? So I think it's like, if you were going to take live, I think you need to really kind of be like behind the scenes almost like a Baba Booey, where you're not just fully on the camera, where you kind of give people small doses of yourself, especially if more times than not, you're usually pissing people off.
Precisely. But I think his ego's so inflated that I don't think he would ever do that. I think he thinks he's the Howard Stern of the show. And that everyone else around him are cows that he's milking, even though he's obviously the biggest cow in Lookout Live right now. Even Boogie, like Boogie seems more logical at most points than Turbo. Like it's
Doug
weird.
said, "Is Yo Mama in charge?" He is, but we all know Yo Mama would love to do his thing, but I think we all know that he'll get toes stepped on, or people will physically call Keem.
Yeah. Yo Mama,
You know, Yo Mama's in charge to an extent. If they really cared about that place, they would let Yo Mama just do whatever. And Keem, you could 86 everything in a month. Like, what do you think, Pirate, of the whole Turbo on Live? I'm almost done at this point.
Honestly, I don't like. When I hear the name Turbo, I tune out because I don't watch live. I don't care. Even if Tommy's on there, I don't care. I'm not gonna watch. It's gonna be boring as fuck. It's gonna last like I'll watch like the first episode, then it's just gonna be boring.
I don't think it'll be boring.
Well, let me speak. So the thing
Yes.
the thing is that the thing that people forget about Tommy is that when he was on live, before it was Boogie, Wings, and Keem, Tommy just like Tommy does this thing where he'll start off strong, he gasses out real quick.
Yeah.
So he's gonna do good the first day, and then he's just not gonna give a shit anymore. He's gonna be more worried about the World Cup.
That's what I also realized on Cafe is back when I loved Cafe, when Cafe was my fucking top show. It was when Nightmare
I
and
think it's good still.
no, I still think Cafe's fucking peak, right? But I think Tommy is at his best when he has the fire under his ass to go after someone. And I think the best part of Tommy recently that I saw was when Nightmare and Steak were on live and they were being fucking pompous assholes. And Tommy had that fire under his ass to be like, no, this is bullshit. Like these motherfuckers don't deserve the spot. These motherfuckers they're an egos so inflated. That's when I loved Tommy, when he was just like, he was going for the throat. And I think it's hard for someone like Tommy to go for the throat all the time when,
I'll tell you
especially
what.
when he's on the main show. Like
So
right
Iceman called me. True story. He goes,
today?
no, this was a couple days ago,
Okay.
before he was sick or whatever.
Yeah.
He goes, what would it take to get you back here? And I go, to be honest, and this is what I said to him. I go, I don't know if I were to come back right this second, because with me working a normal job, I wouldn't even know what I could bring to your show right now. Because that show's in a weird spot right now. It's just a lot of people like going there and troll him. But when he was on there with Tech, he was getting like 600 people. Now with Phantom, he's going down to the threes. I always say you could be nice to people. Like Phantom's a nice guy. He's helped me with many things. I didn't like that shit he said when he said I went on Savages and talked shit, and I didn't. That's the difference between me and other people. Like Phantom will just randomly say something and go, yeah, Pesci did this. Like at Fat Camp, when they said I did that shit, Phantom went along with it. So did Turbo. That's why I knew those two guys were fake. I wrote that down in my head. They will side with the team. They won't use their judgment. You know what I
So many
mean?
people need like reliable fucking hosts in the LCU. Like the issue with you, Pesci, is you're a wholesome guy. You're not fucking out there to ruin someone's career or anything. You're just trying to provide entertainment, and then these motherfuckers come in and they're like, "Oh, I want to take your spot," or it's, "Oh, I want to be your co-host," but at the same time,
Like Turbo said, don't be surprised Pesci did it. He's a felon. I'm a felon because of marijuana. That's now legal in my state.
Crazy. That's crazy fucking work.
So
we're just trying to find any reason to put down the shows that are on the up and coming to make sure they hold the top spot or one of the top spots.
And I approached Turbo like a man every time I met him, even though he did that shady shit. I was able to look past it because he didn't know any better. I was trying to tell him he was drinking a little bit too much of the Kool-Aid. But then he doubled down when he said, Pesci had 18 different stories. I never even got to tell one story. That's how crazy it is up there. Someone will go, yeah, Pesci had 18 different stories. I never even told one. The first time I actually physically told the story was on Savages.
Did you ever have any respect for Turbo after that initial, when he hopped
Well,
on the stage?
what happened was I actually reached out to him because here's what people don't realize about me. In real life, I survive off of, even before cars, even though I've been selling cars 14 years, I survive off of networking, meeting people, figuring out a way to make money with them, whether it's cars or it was weed or whatever it was back in the day. Now, I knew Turbo went after me because of something he was told. Now, is he stupid for doing that? Yeah. Can you ever trust him again? Probably not. But I was trying to build a relationship and go on Rewind. Because I actually did a show with him one morning because he was sleeping. He was like half asleep. If you guys go back, and it was a 7-hour stream. And I carried him in Hatred for the whole 7 hours. It was on a Saturday morning.
I remember that shit, yeah.
And never got credit for it or any of that. He was falling asleep stream. I was literally making the stream look like there was a 3-man conversation, but it was almost just me going back and forth. It was like I would answer a question and have to answer it because they were both falling asleep. I remember Hatred. That was when Hatred said, go grab the mustard. And I go, hey, brother, for starters, I ain't never had to go grab no condiment 5 months here. You think I'm going to start grabbing them when you tell me to?
Who the fuck is Hatred? That's that kid on Rewind, right?
Yeah.
The Wingster.
I go, wait a minute, Hatred, did you just tell me to grab mustard?
Little Wingster.
He's the ankle biter on Rewind. Like he's the fucking person who acts like a middle schooler. Like God, I always troll that motherfucker saying like he shoves crayons up his ass and up his nose and shit. Like, motherfucker reminds me of like that elementary school kid who would always try to bring attention to himself doing weird shit. Like, that's fucking hatred, bro.
And here's something people don't know. When I asked to come back before the contract thing, I actually asked Keem, can I just be an intern? And let me tell you why. I just was going to jump on Rewind. And this was my thought process. Keep jumping up there. Keep outshining them. Eventually, they'll look up there and they'll go, we got to keep him up there. That's why I always said I'm not usually worried about someone taking my spot because you'll always find another place you can fucking, shine at. I never took it personal. That's why whenever I got moved around, you can't take that serious because you learn he's not really watching like that. He might turn on a show here and there, like a Xylee show or that, but Keem wasn't watching us on a daily basis. He would watch like certain moments or if someone tagged him in it. Because I proved it the one day when I go, wait, you actually watched the show? And he goes, yeah, I watched the show. And I go, well, if you watched the show, you wouldn't be pinning me a bully. And he didn't say anything.
Yeah.
He just kind of went by. And that's why when he made that Jester stream, he kind of went after Josh. And I thought that was unfair because I actually liked Josh. People were like, yeah, Josh was going to try to take your spot. No, he wasn't. Me and Josh wanted to work together and get him on cash because he had a feeling Xylee was going to get rid of him. And he was right.
That the whole narrative of y'all snaking Murph for Josh, like that was all staged. Let's be honest. Like that shit.
Well,
like,
Keem kind of pushed it. To be honest, he told us that he said he wanted us to reach out to her. I don't remember that part either. Does Josh? And me and Josh aren't liars. Now, we weren't doing nothing wrong to Big Murph because we thought Keem was going to do it at the end of the month because he goes, I would never do it in the middle. Keem turned it into drama when he called Big Murph and he said, they're trying to get rid of you. And we weren't really trying to get rid of her. We said, if Keem fires Big Murph again, which he just fired her a week prior, can you replace her with Josh?
This is my thing with Murph. And no one's going to call it out. I'm going to call it out right here. I think she's like she was good on Chubby when she first came in on the scene.
Is that where she started?
She's absolute dog shit. Like
No.
I don't like. I'm gonna just say it right now. Like I know right now she's with Tina D.
Oh, Big Murph. Oh, this is what I'll say. See, this is how you got to look at it, Pirate. I always say I'm the type of guy that even when you're dog shit, I could tell you where you're worth value. This is where Murph would be good. Remember when I would do at the top of the hour, I did a segment called Eating Turf with Big Murph. You don't make her the center of attention. You make her a portion. There is stuff that she does kind of well. Now
she's a sniper. She's a sniper. I'll give her that.
Yeah.
She's a little sniper.
It's unfair to call her garbage because, to be honest, her doing a show with Tina D, Tina's never going to take Cash that serious. That's just more of like a hangout show at this point. So it's like, it's hard to grade her on Cash, but it's obvious that she shouldn't be the head OBS runner. A lot of fans love her. They turned on me because of what happened.
No.
To a degree.
She got the promo. She got that promo from Xylee. So all the Xylee fucking simps out there, because you didn't get that promo from her. She always had something against you for, I don't know for what. Maybe because she remembered you from the whole Becky shit. So she had this instant grudge on you.
I'll tell you one reason Xylee probably could hate me.
What's up?
I'll tell you a good reason. For instance, she was close friends with Tina D, who became closer friends with Tina D. Me. She claimed Josh was one of her best friends. Guess what, Xylee? I became closer friends with Josh than you did, too. Surprise. What? Of course you would hate Pesci. He's a fucking loudmouth kid that every time he fucking gets around my friends, he becomes closer friends with them.
See, unpopular opinion, I don't think Xylee hates you. I think Xylee is upset in the position she's in the LC.
No, she doesn't hate me, but listen, she lied on me at Fat Camp.
Oh,
She
for sure.
also was trying to put it in the air that Josh and Glammy would be better without me on Cash, and they didn't even get to see us do a show together. She just thought that 3 would never work, and it would have worked just fine. People were just so mad over the Big Murph thing. Glammy quit, and Josh couldn't handle it. So that's why I stayed up there and took the bullet.
But Pesci, I think my opinion is obviously we're at Reapers where it's at now, where it's a Xylee solo. I think she was going for that the whole time because she knows she isn't making enough money on her with like if it's split amongst 2 people and then Keem at the end of the day. I think Xylee realized that wasn't sustainable, so she was like, "All right, Josh is maybe not necessary. Let's push him onto fucking Cash with Pesci with Glammy, I think it was."
Well,
Yeah,
when we brought up
They-
Cash, no, Xylee had nothing to do with that because the notion of Josh leaving Reapers wasn't a thing yet. Wasn't even brought up. We knew about it, but they didn't
every
know we knew.
whenever they covered your show, they would say, Josh would say, "Oh my god, I could do such a better job at wrangling them," or whatever the fuck he would say. But like
Yeah.
Josh was easily implying it, and I think that's when Xylee was like, "All right, let's get Josh off my show. I'll make the full fucking money here, and let's try him out on Cash because I think he has some potential to wrangle or whatever the fuck." And it didn't work, and I think that's where it backfired on Xylee, where it was like, oh shit, Xylee looks like a villain now because she was pushing Josh off the show. She was ruining the best show in my opinion. Like I would not wake up before 8 p.m. or 8 a.m. until I realized Cash was as good as it was.
Well, here's
think-
what's sad about that is we were doing well and we were winging it most of the time. We didn't even have like when Josh came, we had some ideas. That's why I was sad that we only got to get Josh for 3 days. But half the time, we were just winging it. I always said if we actually would have had stronger plans at times, who knows how much better it could have been. But what people don't realize was I never knew who was going to be there the next day. How do you plan in chaos?
And that's
You
the whole
know?
thing with you is how do you plan in chaos? Like regardless of like what happens, what's good or what's bad each month, there's always a risk of you moving to a different show and the dynamic just gets fucked, which sucks. It sucks to see because like there's so many good shows that like have the perfect dynamic, and I'm like, don't you fucking dare change this shit. And then they do, and I'm like, what the fuck do I do with this shit? Like, I don't. To be honest, I don't fucking do the monthly subscription on Cash Cow or anything. But like, if I had a show that was consistent, that would stay there, kind of like Cafe is, like Cafe's been Cafe for what almost a year now. Like that's when I would drop my money and I'd be like, all right, I'm here for the fucking long haul.
And you know what? You want to know something, Pirate? This is something also I look at.
What's up?
Reason why I left their server up there is because, for instance, when you join other people's servers or whatever, people up there are so nosy. They'll be like, they'll just tag you and shit and go, oh, look, this guy's a trader now. He's in this server and that server. I don't like little kid shit. Like, for instance, you could join Savage's server and she's not going to be in your ear telling you to leave other people's shit. You know what I mean? She's not telling you
Absolutely
who to hang
not.
out with. She's like, treats people like adults. Like, I made up with Angie. Angie's in my Discord after she said, one day I'll talk to her, I'll go on her show and tell her, you know, she said some of those things about me that weren't true either. As I said, a few people said some things that were completely off base about me. And
Yeah.
I always say that's funny because all you got to do is ask me and I'll be honest. Like, I'm not afraid of internet shit. I've been to prison twice for marijuana. You think I'm afraid of non-crimes on the computer? Far from. That's why when Keem was like, Pesci was afraid of his reputation. Keem, I'm an ex-con. My reputation is not getting any, it doesn't get any better at this point. What do you mean I was worried about my reputation?
Yeah, that's fucking crazy work. God damn.
I just don't hide it.
Acted like he'd bar you from the fucking commentary community forever, and like he doesn't have that power anymore, unfortunately, or fortunately. Like, goddamn.
And for instance, I remember when they tried to block Pirate up there at one time. I'm like, you block guys like that? Those are actually interesting people. Like, I don't understand why we had to get rid of guys like that. I was always going to
Oh
unblock you,
yeah, you
pirate.
were
I
there,
just had
huh?
to. I
You
got
were there.
fired
Huh?
before I can block you.
Yeah, no. You're dude. I don't. When he says to like block people, I don't. I think I'm. Oh yeah, I'm still blocked on Cash. Still.
All right, Pirate.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pesci. Me and Pirate. We don't have beef, but
Holy
we
shit,
have.
bro! Go talk to Booster. I swear to God, bro. I don't know who's here, bro. Like I don't know why is this guy like, yo, like I apologize, bro, but like I'm here right now. I'm trying to talk, and this kid's just talking over me. I'm like, bro, go talk to. He's in the VC with Booster. Go talk to Booster, dog. All right.
What happened? So what happened with you and Jim Crick?
No, there's nothing. It's like I'm on here. Nobody was on here, right? And then I pop on here, and he immediately jumps in the call. So I'm like, yo, like I'm here.
Well, I like
I'm
having you
here.
on. That's what I said. You could, if you always see me in a room, you could just jump on.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying though. What I'm saying is, you get what I mean? Is I jump on 2 seconds later, he's on the call, and
He
I'm
might
like,
be a
bro,
pirate fan. Pirate stocks
he could be a
rising.
fan, but he could be a fan on the chat though. I'm here to talk. I'm not here to hear blah 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 glaze blah 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 glaze. I'm here to
Yeah.
speak about what's going on. So, Jim
Hold on,
Crick, you're
Crick. I'm
cool,
talking to
dude.
Pirate at the moment. Let me put us in the. Hold on. Let me.
God damn.
I
No,
know
you're
you
good,
could
bro.
see it, but actually nobody else. You see where it says Blood Room?
Yeah. Yeah, let's go in there.
Huh?
Is that where you want to go or what?
Yeah, go in there. Only
All right.
certain people could go in there. Evil Jim Crick. Hold on, I'm talking to Pirate. Maybe when Pirate leaves, I'll bring you out. You could call after that. We'll bring you in. But no, anyway, what I was trying to say before Pirate was this will be an interesting month for the LCU to see how everything gets kind of teeter-totter. I think some of those hosts are in a funny spot because I've noticed there's like a meta to where some people just like to go up there and root against at this point.
Absolutely, dude. It's
You know what I mean? I don't even root, and I don't even root against. Like, there's certain hosts up there I like a lot. You know what I mean? There's just too many non-real people. Like when Phantom did that shit, that was unnecessary. Saying Pesci went over on Savages to talk shit. Why do people got to go on other channels to talk shit? I was asked, Phantom dipshit. I was asked to go over there. I didn't fucking knock down on Savage's door and go, bring me over there. I want to talk about Phantom. And I didn't even have to talk bad about you guys to be entertaining. I was able to just be honest. That's all fucking Savage wants, is people to just be real. That's why
Well,
I
dude,
wasn't afraid to go on her show.
you got to speak. You got to speak on your side without any restriction, right? And by restriction, I mean
I'm not
there's
giving
no.
Pirate a hug box. I'm fucking talking to him.
We're talking, bro. Dude, when you were up here, you were talking over me, dog.
Yeah, Crick,
Like,
if you're going to be in here, you got to know how to. I'll bring you back in. It's
yeah,
not a hug box.
yeah. This is a
Go on.
panel, bro. Yeah, no. I know. Let me explain real quick.
Okay.
Craig, I like you, bro. There's a difference between being in a VC and then being on a panel. When you're on a panel, it's a back and forth. It's a back and forth. You're playing something. You're cooking.
Yeah, you got
When you're
to.
just yapping, is different.
Yeah, it'd be one thing if it was just me and you on here and you're answering those questions.
Yeah, I was invited up here, bro. Don't worry. Like, it's
Yeah.
all good, man. Just we gotta. When you're in the chat,
Oh,
it's
no, he's
different than
good.
when you're on panel. Yeah, we're all good. Like, I have no beef with Jim Craig. It's just when I'm invited somewhere and then someone just randomly pops up, 2 seconds after I pop up, I'm like,
Well,
oh,
he's
like,
actually evil Jim Crick. He's not Jim Crick.
no, I know, evil.
There-
I know who he is.
I'm fucking around
Uh,
as a joke.
yeah. No, but the thing is, right now, the state that things are in right now is like,
Yeah.
for example, this is a good example right now. Wonder Woman she got taken off Wild. Her show, the show that she started from scratch, from dirt, from nothing.
Okay.
Now she's off of it. And now Tech and Glammy are on there?
Weird.
What?
I wonder. I know why Glammy would want to leave live. I was watching Glammy. It was funny. Was people always said when I worked with her, would I shit on her? I never shit on her once. I did think it was disrespectful of her not to have our back when we were being labeled bullies. Because here's something that people don't know. I would actually, and me and Josh, wasn't just me. Me, Josh, Glammy, sometimes Murph would be there. After our show would end, we would usually watch Cafe together. And we were legitimate friends. Like when Glammy's sober or whatever, she's sometimes normal behind the scenes. Is she a wreck a lot? Sure. Do people just see the bad sides and the fucked up sides? Yeah. But we actually got along real well. That's why I can't, act like, even though a lot of people think she's crazy, I didn't have that kind of interaction with her until she fucking quit. And the way she's not able to tell Keemstar the truth, she just breaks down too much. But I did want her to come back to Cash when before Albert came back. I was like, I wanted her to come just for one more run. I didn't think it could be a forever thing, but I thought we could at least do another 30 days.
The thing is with Glammy is
Oh, he said crazy. They kicked me when I was confronting Pirate. He was confronting you?
No, he wasn't. He was yapping.
Wait a minute, Crick. Hold on. Crick goes, Crick, you can't, Pesci's not a liar, so you can't lie on your boy. I didn't know you were confronting him about something. I would have wanted to have heard that. You kept talking to me. You should have been like, I have a question for Pirate.
There you go. He never asked me a question.
And Crick, it's still early. It's not the end of the night. You could still. I was just getting one in.
No,
we didn't kick him.
Yeah, no.
I didn't kick Jim Crick.
He doesn't understand that we're on a panel. We're not in a voice call. We're not in a VC. We're on panel, on live. We're having a conversation.
Gonzo said he's evil, FSS. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, Gonzo. Shout out to Chris Gonzo. Now, folks that don't know Gonzo, Gonzo is a guy that's known me for like 4 or 5 years since I first ever came around here. So if there's any guy who could tell you about me, it's that guy right there. There's a few people in here like that. They probably would have came after my Discord eventually.
Oh, yeah, no. They all come from the same spot. The people that are like, "Oh, you kick Jim Crick, evil Jim Crick." Like they've been in my chat. If they want to go there, if he wants to come back up and wants to talk about the shit that they've been doing, we can go there. But I don't know if you guys want to go there, bro. I'm here to talk about the locale shit and talk to Pesh. I don't know if you guys want to blow this shit on here.
Let me ask you this, Crick. The thing that you had to ask Pirate about, is it something interesting? Do you even know what he's talking about, Pirate? Aren't you kind of curious?
No. Well, they already came into my chat the other day about it, and it was like a 12v1 in my own chat, and I had to dismantle what they were talking about because they're fucking with this like I don't know if you've heard of this name, Shadow Wolf.
I've heard. I just remember that from the show I did with whatchamacallit.
Yeah. So they've been this kid, Shadow Wolf. He's not like Booster, right? Where like high functioning autism. This kid is
I'm
like
interested
low.
in. Okay, he's got me interested now, Pirate. I gotta bring him in here. Don't kick him. Jump and waiting, Crick.
All right, let me get. Oh. Let me stretch.
Hold on, we're gonna go one at a time. I'm gonna ask some questions. Jump in. Jump in here.
Go in PWO and I'll drag you in here, Crick.
Why doesn't he have his? Oh yeah, he doesn't have the role for this room. Did you take his role again?
I just oh, there it is.
Don't take Jim Crick's role anymore. I'll give it to you back in a second.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Let me change this to Shit, I don't know why. All right. What's up? Sorry.
Okay, hear me out. You said that you had something that you wanted to bring up to Pirate.
Yeah, no. All right. Sorry. Was I?
And
Don't
I
hear
didn't
me?
kick you either. I didn't kick you. I didn't even know
No,
you.
no, it
Actually,
was me.
I know
It
you
was
didn't
me.
kick me. Pirate. Also, I got no hate against you, but just
Here we
you
go.
saying that you could cancel my whole career in the chat earlier, like that threw me off.
When did I say that in the
Well,
chat?
you said something in Rain chat whenever I came at Rain trolling them, saying like, "Oh, they got no content." You were like, "Oh,
What up,
well."
Diablo?
All right, so basically what happened, Pesci, right? So there's this guy named Shadow Wolf. He's a fucking lolcow. He's been orbiting the
No,
LCU for
I heard the lore or whatever. Yeah, I heard Smooch talking about it.
Yeah.
yeah. So basically, I was in those conversations. I was buddy trolling Shadow Wolf at the time, and I was trying to get him to admit to the creepy shit that he did, so we can, kick him off the internet for good, or see exactly how far of a horror
How
cow
far
he
you can troll them to do stuff, crazy shit, right?
No, we were not trying to
Oh,
troll him to do
oh, you
crazy
don't
shit.
have a server. Wait. You don't have a server where that's all you guys do is try to look for retards on the internet to get them to do crazy shit.
No, we don't try to get them to do crazy shit. We try to get them
So you
to
didn't have this kid. Wait. Listen, when I
Hold
speak
on,
to
let him
this, when I
finish.
speak,
Let him finish, Pirate. Go one at a time. This is
wait.
interesting.
Well,
No,
Jim,
pirate.
Pesh,
Pesci
when
literally just
when
said,
he's
"Let me
up
finish."
here, when he's up there,
Okay.
he's yapping. I need to be able to speak as well.
I am not yapping
You
though. I'm
did. Okay, hold on. Let me speak real quick. First of all,
okay.
what Crick is saying, I'm guessing you're referring to the retarded ranch server. That's where
Yes.
they
Well,
okay.
yeah.
So it's a place where they get crazy motherfuckers. At least they name the server retarded whatever.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
to be fair, let me explain. I literally joined just because of Shadow Wolf, because I was trolling him. I was being a buddy troll, and Shadow Wolf was, to my knowledge, when I first started trolling him, just like a fucking random cow who orbited the LCU, and I thought that was funny to fuck with. So what happened was I pretended to be his fucking agent, and I tried to get people. I heard all the degenerate shit that he said, and I was trying to get more and more out of him. I eventually got out of him that he frequented Rule 34, and that his Rule 34 frequent searches were of like gore shit, like fucking weird ass motherfucking shit. And that was the same night that Lisi hopped up. Lisi, at that point, we had been in contact with Shadow Wolf's brother, who stole the phone from Shadow Wolf at the time, and we were exposing all the degen shit that Shadow Wolf ever did on the internet to his brother, so his
How does
brother
this
could
connect
relate.
with Pirate though?
Yeah, no. He's going
So
to the end. He's doing this maneuver. It's not gonna work, bro. I'm
what's the
gonna
maneuver that
disband
you
to
recorded
you.
our VC the entire time and you
I
sent it?
didn't record. I've never recorded any voice call that I've ever
All right,
been
so
I
in.
always say this, Jim Crick. I always tell people this: just always pretend when you're on air or in a Discord that you're being recorded. You know what I mean? That's what
Oh,
I
for
always
sure.
tell.
I don't. I regret nothing that I said in that voice recording. But someone recorded it and they sent it to Smooch, and they thought that was the fucking silver bullet that could have killed Lisi. For Lisi literally hopping up there just to say, "Oh, I'm the person who's been gang stalked by this fucking Shadow Wolf character." Like,
Right, but how does
Lisi,
the tell me how Pirate fits
Yeah,
into that again, real quick?
right. Wait, so he
because
went from I recorded it to somebody recorded it. That's
no,
crazy.
I never said somebody recorded it.
No,
To
but you
my
said that I
knowledge,
recorded it.
yeah, no, to my
It's on
knowledge,
tape. It's on. We can rewind the stream. It's on tape.
no, that's what I'm saying. To my knowledge,
Well,
everything.
that's why I let you speak because you're just gonna
You're
yeah.
not
You're
letting me
gonna.
speak right now.
Okay, let him
You're
go. Let him
really
Well, I'm
go.
trying
Let
to
him go,
save
Pirate.
you. I'm
Oh,
trying to teach you a
whatever.
lesson. I'm
You
trying to
guys
teach
are
you a
both.
lesson
You guys
before you
both
dig a
have
hole.
stuff to add. Yeah, I think you
And
guys both could be entertaining.
my lesson to you is that from all the people who I've talked to, you are the common denominator of the person who would record personal VC chats, and you were in that call. I remember that
Show
specifically.
proof. Where's the proof?
Show the recordings that you promise you have.
What?
Thank you,
Said
Schmidt.
you have recordings that could end my fucking career. Do it.
Thank you for
Show
the
it.
No, I
donation.
said someone recorded you.
Yeah, and you have those recordings, so show it.
What up, BC? Well,
Yo, what's
here's the thing. I think Pirate, when it comes to doing a little bit of talking about shows, you're pretty good at that. when it comes to recording people, you don't want to have that kind of reputation. I don't think this is too serious where you guys can't
Eh,
get along. I don't think Jim Crick's malicious. I like having him around. I think we could do some fucking interesting segments over here if we put our heads together.
No.
Pesh,
That's the thing
Pesci,
though. The thing is though is this came over from my chat where they were trying to be like, "Oh, you were recording and this." And I'm like, "No, I tried to actually stop you guys from because this shit got really dark." He's not telling you
It
what
sounds
actually
dark.
happened that
No,
made
I get it.
that
I heard Smooch told me some
yeah.
of the shit. I don't even want to.
Yeah.
That's
It got dark.
yeah, and I don't want to
And
go into the specifics on the fucking live stream, but it's not like we were fucking supporting it or anything. But when I saw you in the rain chat, you were like, "Oh my god, we fucking cooked you, bro. You're cooked. Oh my god, you were simping for Lisi." I was literally trying to explain the
you
facts the
were.
entire time.
wait a
I was
minute.
not.
Diablo brings up a good point. He said, but using Shadow as a sleeping stone to your internet career is an interesting way of doing it. Yeah, that's sick. Not even I did shit like that. And I could have fucking did some real fucking videos after the shit Wonder Woman said.
Pirate, all I want to know is I saw you in that chat that night. I want to know who you got the recording from because apparently that recording exists and Smooch fucking told us the truth. Who did it?
Somebody was already playing the so when that night happened in that same VC that night, someone
Mhm.
said, "I have the recording."
But you were
And I said, "Oh, can you send it to me?"
Oh,
And
I
they
won't
told me
let that
no.
happen, Compton. I ain't gonna let somebody gay out pirate.
we're not gay off
So,
pirate. We're trying to figure out who was recording a private VC.
well, it's
That
okay. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help
okay.
you. I've been trying to help you guys, but you guys don't, you guys don't listen. I'm trying to spit game. So what I'm trying to tell you is somebody in that VC that was that same day said, "I have the recording." And I said, "Can I have it?" I said, "Can I have that recording?" They told me
But,
no.
but
Good
who said
reason. Good reason they told me no.
okay?
Because I put that shit on blast. Because you guys are that's diabolical shit. To even record that is diabolical.
I
Now,
mean,
let
if
me
you
ask you
Crazy.
this,
I
Jim Crick. Let me ask you
yeah
this, Jim Crick. And you could be
yeah
honest. Remember, I've done probably worse things than most people here. Is there
for-
anything you feel bad for doing? Did you do some fucking over the wall shit with this fucking retard or whatever?
I feel bad for trying to get Shadow Wolf to stream again after all this shit came out. I thought he was a fucking cow, and I he was the first cow that I had personal interaction with where like I could troll him into going live. That is the only thing I regret.
Troll him into
What
going live? What would benefit you when this guy went live?
he was funny as fuck, bro. He thought I was a cricket the entire time. He didn't
So
think I was a real human being. He thought I was a cricket. That shit was
that's
funny
funny.
You
as
are
That
a human being. He goes, he
that
thought
is
I was a
funny.
human being.
Yeah. That's
no. He
this
thought I was
guy
a cricket, bro.
delusional, delulu. But so after you found out that this kid is a horror cow, you're like, "Yo, let me get him to stream again." For
No,
what? What was the purpose?
we canceled him off the internet. The reason that I tried re-engaging with him again is because we had reached out to his brother, who promised that they would reach out to the dad and mom of Shadow Wolf to get him off the internet. The fact that I saw him in the chat the next day, that fucking triggered me, and I was trying to get into connection with him again to get him off the internet for good.
Remember when I
But
got blamed, Crick? They thought I was trying to steal people from that server? The
yeah,
retarded ranch, they had a sit down. They did it like a fucking mob meeting. It was everybody on mute except for me and one other person. And she was asking me these questions. I'm like, dude, I didn't even know about this place. Your fucking
Pesci,
guilty party is Styles. And then I cut Styles' dick off for it.
The whole issue in this situation is, of course, obviously Shadow Wolf should be off the internet for good. Our attempt that did it, which we brought Lisi in to do, to be like, oh shit, I was the person who was gang stalked by this motherfucker, and it didn't show send him off the internet. We were trying to get him off the internet for good, and for whatever fucking way we could. The fact that we brought Lisi in, and Lisi wasn't enough to get his parents to literally shut down his internet, get his phone away
Oh
from him.
my
That
god. Lacey didn't even care, bro. She was in that call.
She probably
Whoever
didn't.
has that
She's a
recording,
joke.
she doesn't care, bro. Was in that call. And she's like, "Well, I don't really care about the other stuff he's doing, because he's just
so
a little parasocial, and that's really it." Like,
in
bro,
Lisi's
she don't
defense,
care, bro.
What
She
up,
was
China?
laughing with you guys. She was
I
laughing
agree.
with you guys, bro.
Sorry, I agree to an extent, but in Lisi's defense, she was brought in at the last minute. She was not in the server for the extended period of time. We brought her in just to explain to the brother, who was a 17-year-old, someone who's much younger than Shadow Wolf, who was,
It
Shadow
is
Wolf's brother.
China.
And we tried to get to the family to say, dude, get this motherfucker off the internet. We thought bringing Lisi in would be the, smoking gun to be like, dude, why the fuck would you keep this motherfucker on here?
It sounds
And
like somebody owes this guy some pussy or something. You just need to get that Shadow Wolf guy, get him
no,
laid.
dude, Shadow Wolf does not deserve any pussy. Pesci, come on.
No, I don't know. I thought maybe you guys were fucking with him. He deserves to get laid or something.
We were
Well,
fucking with him because he's
they had him do 10 to 12-hour streams, Pesh, before they found
That's
out he was a hoarder cow. That's some crazy work. Look, I get it when you fuck with someone like Booster, someone who's high functioning, right? That they can take it. But when it's someone who's low, I didn't realize how low functioning this kid was. I'm
well.
talking
He said
low.
he felt bad for her. You turned into you're done with this, right? Or are you guys still?
We're not
Maybe
done.
Just
Well,
once I
he felt
realized
bad. He
how
felt
I
bad, but they still keep fucking with them. They're still in the chats fucking with them, bro. To this day, you can
because he's
go to
not
and you
off
can
the
go to
internet.
Cracked.
Listen, he is not off the fucking internet, and that has been our goal the entire time. Yes, we might have been fucking with
You
him
know,
whenever we were trying to tell him to do 24-hour streams. That's before we realized he was a
are
horror
you
cow.
listening,
Rule
Pesci?
34.
24-hour
Well,
streams.
well, well. My question would
Look,
be: were they really that good at streams? 10 hours? That ain't easy. That ain't even
Look,
easy for someone that's bad at streaming to do. So
Pesci, before we realized he was a horror cow, those streams are funny as fuck. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, can you imagine? Like, that's the thing with fucking lolcows in general. Whenever someone from the outside sees it, they're like, "Oh my god, you're bullying this retarded person."
So
But
wait, let
like,
me ask you a question. You guys were there with no life for 10 hours watching this kid for 10 hours straight. Is that what you're telling
oh,
us?
I
shout out
wasn't
to
there
my
for
boy
10 hours.
Diablo.
Sorry, what are you saying, Pesci?
No, I was saying what up to Diablo. No, I do appreciate you guys coming in. I think we just got to look at it like
Yeah,
move
people in
on from the
chat.
clown guy.
Yeah, there's many people in chat who can support, or I'd love to see the deniers who were in that chat at that time to say we were doing something wrong. But in my opinion, like, just we were trolling a cow, and I didn't realize how fucked up this cow was until he was that fucked up. And then we tried to get his parents involved. His parents banned him from streaming. His parents banned him from YouTube. Yet he's still on YouTube. So like, what the fuck are we meant to
You
do?
the and I said, and actually said in my stream, in the day and age we're living in, you're not going to be able to get someone off the internet, bro.
Thank you, Burnout.
But why not fuck with him until like why not make fake
Fuck with
personas?
him.
All
Yeah,
right,
You know,
well,
what's the
Burnout
best way
said,
to get
well,
him off?
that's why we did move on and no one even talks to the MF anymore. Yeah, I
That's
was just
lies.
getting brought up
That's
to
lies,
speed.
bro, Pesh. That's lies. He's
I
in the
No, you
chat.
got
They always talk to him. They always. You know what's the best, Pesh? Let's see if you agree with this. You know what's the best way for someone to just disappear? And especially someone like that. That they're low functioning. They don't really have any sense of what's actually reality. Is you just don't speak to them at all. You don't initiate anything with that person.
he ain't low functioning though, bro. He's delusional, but he ain't low functioning. Like
Holy shit.
he knows who's trolling him. He knows who's not.
Do I have to like scrub to get this dude up here so Pesci can see him and be
I
Kate
like,
said,
oh,
no, I don't. I could do.
please
Trust
bring
me.
Shadow Wolf up.
I've worked with a lot of slow people. I could envision as BC. I used to do a show with Jake Hudson. Someone
Pirate,
says Kate says Pirate loves Fupa. I
do.
wouldn't mind Fupa.
No. I bought my cow fupa for $5. So yes, I do love me and my fupa. She
I
likes
would
to
never
root for
date a
me.
girl like Fupa. I'd have sex with a girl like Fupa.
Hey, she was worth $5 now, Pesh. So whoo, she.
I
Pirate,
wouldn't have
listen.
to. I wouldn't pay her.
Look, sorry, Pesci.
She played Fuck Mary Kill and she said that she'd marry me. So
Right.
that might count for something.
Pirate, is he cutting out for you too, or is
Yeah,
that...
he is. Yeah, Pesh, you're cutting.
Oh, is that
We
cutting
should move
out?
back. I'll drag Jim Crick back to
We give him
whatever
his
we were
fucking
at.
roll back.
It might be this to the Detractor alley.
Hold on, Crick. Let
I'll
me
put
give
him
you
in
your
there.
shit back.
All right.
Yeah, so he can jump in.
Pirate, you gotta work on that. You can't be
Yeah,
fucking dethroning people. This ain't Sopranos. This is blood. Dude.
What's going
This
on
is
here?
blood over here. That's Diablo.
I love the little tank.
This is blood.
Pirate can fix her, says Kate. Thank you, Kate, for stopping in.
I can't.
Kate,
fix
you
it.
were the
Kate
one that
knows.
went on with Smooch that one day, right?
She was on Babe, yeah.
Yeah, her and Smooch, I definitely was a big fan of both of them.
All right, let's go to Detractor. Is
It's
can
Okay.
yeah, he
Friday.
can join. Yeah, Jim can join. Crick can join.
All
Okay,
right.
hold
All
on.
right.
All right,
Yeah,
there we go.
Crick, when you were saying, I didn't even know you were asking Pirate a question, honestly, before. I would have never kicked you.
Oh, fuck. Why is he cutting out?
Yeah, he's still. Is that on it? Is that like that on stream?
Let me
chat?
reset my shit. Hold on. I'll be right back. Hold on. Hello. Hello. How about now? Hello?
Gotcha.
You told me no. Yeah, you're
Yo,
back.
Pesci, you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, we got you.
He said, I'm just a civilian. But no, what I
All
was
right,
saying before,
Oh, there you
what
go.
when we were talking about them about this being an interesting month, it'll be interesting to see if they do the hour and a half, what shows are still standing by the first of the month. And I think it was smart of Keem not to hire any new people because what's happening is he's just picking people too quick.
I think. Sorry, go ahead.
Even though Nightmare and them might have not have been live material, they were over with certain aspects of money. So if you're running a business, when you lost those two guys and then Zay realized they were garbage, it was kind of like writing was on the wall. That's why I don't think it was surprising that I wouldn't want to sign a contract up there knowing that shit could change every day. He'll probably come from my Discord next. And I wasn't about to just cut off everything. You know, it's not like you get like the greatest perks in the world. Some people are desperate for money. I mean, yeah, I made some money up there, but I wasn't making eye rolling money.
Out for you as well, or is it just me, bro?
Yeah, no, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, it's doing it again?
Yeah, it was cutting out like every other word, unfortunately. I don't know if it's happening on stream. Let me check that real quick. Hold on. But it might be a Discord issue. Let me see.
This is the locale curse. Pesh is always tech difficulties.
Every time I'm about to make a point, something like that happens. How about now? Are we back?
It sounds good so far, I think.
Testing 1, 2, 3. He sounds fine to us, says Kate.
Yeah, you sound good to me.
Yeah, you sound good now.
Yeah, and then someone told me I was the only person that never signed a contract. I guess if you're gonna be the only one to do something, it should be something of that magnitude.
Well, I think it was you and Tommy C. I think Tommy never signed the contract either, but they gave Tommy the show. Yeah.
Well, he said Tommy had a following. He didn't consider what I had a following. I do, but
yeah, of course. You got all
of
us here right now. Let's be honest.
But I didn't like how. But see, that told me a lot too, because normally when people leaves, he usually at least tries to get them back. He didn't try to get me back. He kind of knew I kind of twiddled my own drum. There was people I was getting cool with. I don't think he liked how cool me and Tommy were.
Yeah, hold on one sec. I'm gonna mute up. But I think me and Pirate solved our issues. I think we're on the straight and clear, right, Pirate?
Yeah, we're good.
All right, yeah. Give me 1 sec. I'll be right back.
All right.
Pirate says, Kate, I'm going to get you back. Get her back for what?
No, she's trolling me in the chat. She
You know what's
if
funny
you
is
saw
you
Pit-
play the guitar, so does my buddy Reverend that's in here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did a Once Upon a Time, and it's in my playlist. I did a song contest. I hit it off with a bunch of Filipino streamers. Had some of them as my judges, had some of them as singers. And I called it YouTube Idol. And people would come up there and play guitar was some of the things we did. I never did it again because it was kind of hard to do it when they're 12 hours ahead. But that was probably one of the best things I did on YouTube was the song contest. Some of the hottest chicks you'll ever see were on this show.
Oh, absolutely. I bet, dude. See,
Yeah, because what happens is
I
in the
think the thing
Philippines
with
is they're all
being-
singers and they sing English.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of Korean women too. Really
Some of them
talented.
still, you'll see some of them in my chat from time to time.
I'm
Oh,
back.
hell yeah.
Pirate doesn't play guitar, it's AI. Really?
Oh, who said that? Who said that? Let me see. Oh my god, dude, she's trying to get me to rage out. Right
See, there's two assassins I know. Is she the one with the black hair that was on Babes?
Yes, yeah, that's her. That's her.
Who is it?
Kate the Angelic Assassin. That's her. That's
She was
okay.
definitely too normal for up there. I remember
She's
watching her on a show one day. Like, I wonder if she knows what it's like up here.
Yeah, no, she's here because I told her I was gonna be here. She's trolling me.
She had that whole birthday song on fucking Savage.
Yeah. She got Pesh, I don't know if you saw that. Yo Mama absolutely went in on all of us that were on that panel on Savages. It was hilarious.
When on Friday?
Yesterday on Saturday.
Yeah.
No,
That's
I'm.
really fucking
4-hour
hilarious.
stream.
I'll come out if you guys are up there this Friday. I'll pop up there.
Savage was going in
Oh,
on
hell
it,
yeah.
bro. You should have been there. Pesci. Holy shit.
Well,
Yeah,
Pesci would have
I-
the sunglasses. He has the plausible deniability, you know.
Exactly.
I'm so glad I got to do that interview with her because there was a lot of shit I knew people didn't know about.
Bro, so many people in the LCU tried spinning it on, oh my god, you're going on a Detractor channel. Oh,
They
God
did.
forbid. But then you were speaking nothing but like nice things about the
Truth.
LCU and shit.
Well, it wasn't I was speaking nice things. It was I was just being honest.
Yeah.
Like for instance, I could say I don't know how I say mean things about Keem other than the fat camp shit. I never got yelled at by him. He never would have fired me. And we didn't we didn't butt heads. So it was like, yeah, I know I could point fingers and say, yeah, he missed opportunities or whatever, but the reality was I wasn't on his radar. Now, was it fucked up with how they handled Fat Camp? Sure. You could point some fingers there, but he didn't know me. He didn't know me.
You played the cards right too, where you just left before any of that shit blew up too. So like you
Yeah, and I
knew
was actually
you did the
honest with
right
her.
thing.
I knew Savage would respect me more if I was honest. She was probably surprised, like when she probably thought I'd shit on Glammy. Me and Glammy actually got along.
All right. So Glam was going through that whole pit shit.
Chill
during
out,
that day.
Barkley. Go
How
on.
crazy was Glammy going through Glammy going through the pit, like being on pit and throwing her phone in the pool and shit? Like, was that all real? Like, was that ass?
Servev said Pesci didn't switch no drinks. They framed him. What's funny, folks, is there was never a drink switched. She just grabbed the wrong beer. That's the sad part. Like, they made it. Remember when they said 9 people saw it? When they said that killed their whole story. Because if 9 people saw it, they would have stopped her. 9 people saw it but didn't stop her? Come on, guys.
Come up 2 days later. Let's be honest. Like, what the fuck? It should have come up the night of if that happened. Like, what the fuck?
And I used to tell the story without telling story. I'd tell people, would Keem have brought me back if he thought I was the candy man and I didn't have to apologize? No, some shit came out to where he knew that he couldn't believe me or the other side, really. He goes, yeah, we'll never know the truth. Here's the sad part, Keem. Yeah, you guys can know the truth. All you got to do is ask me. I don't have a history of lying. The two people that got believed have a history of lying.
I think Brantley got on the wrong side of you, and she thought you were something different than what you were. And I think Brantley, I hate to be that guy who's like, oh my god, it's Keem's fucking fiance doing this shit, but that's the only obvious situation where the shit that happened would have went down. No one else took issue with it. Even a Wonder Woman didn't take issue with it. But Brantley, who's like, "Oh my god,
well,
you faked."
My issue with Wonder Woman is she went on Reapers and told a story that was like she told the story as if she was drunk and forgot everything, and the story was wrong. Meanwhile, you didn't drink. How would somebody that didn't drink stutter when they're telling a story? Like,
wait, Pesci, she didn't get drunk off non-alcoholic beer? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can, but here's the thing. They were pushing her sobriety as something serious. Folks, nobody that is serious about sobriety would be sitting at a table with a fake beer around 20 people drinking. Does that sound like serious sobriety? Then you say, well, she was down there for work and everyone was drinking. No, there was places you could go where people weren't drinking. There was places you could walk. No one with a fake beer in there. I'll tell you this. If I was on a diet, I wouldn't walk around with a fake Big Mac in my fucking pocket.
You wouldn't get no fries or shit like that, like Fupa did.
Like,
God.
I thought me and her got along, and the fact that she was willing to make up those stories, and then like Pirate told me they actually got to watch that video she did, and they said it sounded like she was lying. And I'm like, not shocked.
Members only. She did a members only, and
I said the more they tell the story, the more they fumble. And I was stating facts when I said that. Like they're like I said, Turbo said 18 different stories. Fuck you for that, Turbo. I didn't even get to tell one story. I would always say fragments. Like, hey guys, you think Keem would have called me and asked me to be a host if I was the drink guy? If I was the cricker? I told Albert.
You might be an evil Jim Crick. You never know,
Yeah, true. You could have been me.
And when he kicked me out of there, the reality is I already wanted to leave because I felt bad for the plunger thing and I felt awkward around them at times. Only people I wasn't awkward around was like Tina on them.
The one person you should never feel bad for is fucking Glammy, dude.
No, I never did. I'm actually pissed at her. She didn't stand up for us when we got labeled bullies.
No,
Fuck her for that.
She will never, bro. And you see, so you got your mamad. You got not even your mamad. You got every co-host she's ever had. She's thrown. She's the victim.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what's funny was I didn't die. Cash actually never died viewership wise, but I just never knew what direction to go.
Glammy's just too good at playing the victim card, right? Like, she'll always be the victim, even when she gets fired off of 13 shows. I think it's 14 now with Live. Like, that's the whole issue with her, is that she will always fucking play victim, and then everyone else who with her co-hosters in the wrong for.
I don't know who's watching out there, but I'll tell you guys a real interesting story. Maybe one day I'll play the clip in here. So me and Albert had to do 4 a.m. when we came back from Fat Camp for 3 episodes. 4 a.m. you can almost say anything because Keems doesn't watch 4 a.m. show, okay? He doesn't unless you showed him a clip. So I would address certain Fat Camp things there. And one of the things I said was I listed all the people that lied on me at Fat Camp. And I said, karma will come for them all eventually. And after I said that, look what happened to Turbo. He was labeled a racist and everything fell apart on him at Fat Camp. He got exposed. He said all that shit, completely screwed up any kind of fan base rise he had. You look at who else? Oh, AMAC thing. Chubby fell apart. No, Glammy didn't do anything. AMAC snitched on me and kind of told on me and got me kicked out of there. Chubby ended up getting shut down to where she got a paycheck taken from her. Karma got her. Xylee lost 2 of her best friends to me. That was her karma for lying on me. The funny thing about how karma came and got Brandy was the chat sided with me. And that pisses her off more than anything when she has 7 people saying something. Remember, she goes, something's wrong with this person's chat. And then Keem tried to shut it down. Remember, he goes, I want to shut this shit down. People aren't appreciating me. Why, Keem? Because they said that I didn't switch no drink and you guys sounded like idiots when you told the story. Like, can you imagine 7 people telling a story to where they fucked it up so bad that they look like liars?
God
And I
damn.
told people that in my line of work, like hustling over the years, anytime someone's told or done shady shit, somehow a karma bug will get them. It happens weird at weird times. It came for Turbo. Even Keem. Keem had all the hosts walk out on him. He had karma coming to him because he trusted everyone else without even listening to me. And they were willing to destroy me that day. But thanks to the people, they didn't turn on me the way they thought. And then Tina fucking got Wonder Woman to switch her story. That's all it took. But nobody put it out there that Tina got Wonder Woman to switch her story because then that means everybody would have been a liar and I would have been the truth.
Yeah, and they always trust the more seasoned hosts or whatever.
Well,
What?
for me, the thing that's very interesting about that moment in time, because I saw that live, right, when Reaper was live, and Wonder Woman in her members only said, I got woken up because I was cleaning all night.
Yep.
I got woken up to go to Reaper.
They sent me home before she got woke up. Can you imagine? They didn't even talk to her. And
That's
then
bullshit. 'Cause then
she's
you
telling her
could have
story
had
to Xylee, and literally, folks, I put this on my dead mother and everything I love. She lied on Reapers from start to finish. Even Josh was catching on to that. And the only thing I don't like Xylee,
Josh
Xylee
was
said
there.
she looked over and saw me smiling. Xylee, how do you know what I was smiling at if I was smiling?
She's so, bro.
That's
So
that's
sweet.
corny of her to do that. That's why
You
I
can
deserve
see
to hate Xylee.
you can see on a lot of Reaper streams if you look back, especially like the last month where Josh was there. Most of the time, he just didn't like. He just looked uncomfortable. Like he didn't give a fuck what was going
Kate
on.
said she acted like she was on uppers. Who was on uppers? Wonder Woman? Dude, everybody was on uppers at fucking Fat Camp.
Yeah, That shit
I
got
was on
passed around.
Adderall at Fat Camp. I'm not gonna lie.
The Addies got passed around, bro.
Alright,
I've
real
always
quick.
been an Adderall guy.
Sorry, I gotta jump. I gotta walk my dog. But have a good night, y'all.
All
I'll
right,
be-
all right,
Thanks,
Jim,
Crick.
Thanks for having me up here.
Cash Money Serve app
Alright.
says Gidgy saw you switch to drink. Now, what's funny about that was Gidgy is a little bit now. Gidgy, I don't hate you, but you were trying to go along with their shit, and you didn't see me do anything. Okay, folks,
Yeah.
that wouldn't even have been my version of a joke. Like the non-alcoholic beer, the other beer, you don't get drunk off of one sip. You know what I mean?
We did research. We did research on the Coronas.
Yeah.
On the okay, so the Heinekens, which she usually would drink on stream, the 0%.
She almost
ones.
forgot that. She was bringing Heinekens up. She forgot she drank Corona. The bitch forgot the beer.
Oh my!
Dude, something might be warped with her. Like for her to just lie all like that on me, like to say, like for instance, they reminded her about the word switcheroo. They had to remind her about that. They told her that's what they heard me say. She doesn't even realize I said that, but I said you pulled it on yourself, and I swear to God on God that I said, yo, you did it to yourself. You pulled switcheroo on yourself. They never expressed that. She even said I wasn't the one who warned her. Like when she told her side, she said she got up and walked away. That means if you came back to the table, you would have to look down to grab your drink. What are you, a mutant? You're going to tell me you just walked back to the table with your hands out, reaching for beer without looking at it? For your switcheroo comment to work, Wonder Woman, you couldn't have left the table. That's why I said the more you guys told the story, it's like people were like trying to be so nice to Wonder Woman the other day. I wonder if those same people knew that this lady tried to lie on me and literally bury me for life. Literally. It wasn't like only person that had my back were Tina and Albert and the chat, obviously.
Yeah, they did, and I'll even though they try to Voldemort Albert, I don't care if he's he's standing up for his boy Pesh. I have full respect because he knows the truth. The thing
Yeah.
that this is the only thing I will give her, and this is this is an LCU problem. This is not a Wonder Woman problem. Is that she wants to fit in there. So I'm pretty
That's
sure
a
she had a
problem.
little sit down and was like, "Hey, yo, this happened to you." And this is allegedly somebody could have been like, "Yo, this happened to you. You might not remember this because you were tired as fuck, but this happened to you with Pesh. Where you're gonna go on Reaper now and talk about it."
Now, Kate said, Pesh, you were talented. That's why they wanted you gone. I think some of it was, for instance, one time they asked me to wear a dress, and I said, you can fire me. And they're like, serious? I go, yeah. Yo mama's like, I actually respect that, but they thought I should be punished. And I always tell people, look, I'm not going to shit on a guy that dresses like a chick. Where I'm from, Italian guy, being locked up a bunch of times. Guys like me don't dress up like chicks. All right? We don't dress up like women. We don't do weird shit like that for money. I used to tell people when I would do streams or whatever, when I'm setting a goal, it was because I was told to put it down. I always felt like I didn't do the type of show where I could ask people for shit every day. I just enjoyed the networking. Like I used to tell Tina, I'll run OBS for you for free. You don't have to give me shit. Sometimes I was just cool with, like, I was a fan of Tina before I ever met her. You got to meet people that you may have never met, and that's usually what I like doing so I can build more relationships. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll always give. And I was talking to a friend before I got on here about that. That I'm like, a lot of bad shit happens there and has happened, but I made a lot of connections and met a lot
Yes.
of cool people that I never would have met.
Here's how I always looked at the LCU. I didn't leave the Discord because it was a bad place. I left the Discord out of respect for this reason. People up there take it personal when you go hang out with people like Savage, Gidgey, or whoever. I'm not trying to be in that server and get tagged all the time like, why are you hanging out with the enemy? They're not the enemy. Keemstar's enemies aren't my enemies. Okay? Now, when I worked for them, I will always respect somebody I worked for, meaning if you're paying me to do something, if somebody can't be mentioned, I get that. But he never really got mad when we had mentioned Savage. When I called Scooter that one time, Savage was the name I pitched originally. I said, I wanted to just call her. I thought she might answer, she might not, but I thought it'd be funny.
Right. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that stream when he did that.
And right now, I looked at the schedule. A lot of the people up there are like Discord people that aren't really full host, other than Tommy C and Yo Mama and them and Xylee. It's going to be funny to watch Xylee this month to see what she's going to cover when there's very limited shit. See, Yo Mama's excellent at taking shit out of nowhere and making it shit. Other people really can't do that. That's why I was trying to get on Rewind, because I felt like the only safe places were commentary. I used to always tell fans, it's either I'm going to come up here and what do you want me to talk about? I can't talk about movies or shit like that or outside of the LCU stuff. Keem will come up here bitching. And they didn't want every show to be like Rewind. But the problem is the people that would come in your chat, the majority of them wanted to talk about LCU shit. Because it's like how me and you were talking about it. It's just how the shit worked.
Well, the thing about your mama is, and Keem even did it yesterday. He came up there to try to fight with them, and your mama knows these little details. He picks up on little details from streams, and then he does it on his stream. And Keem's like, "How do you remember this shit? Like this shit. These are little details I don't remember." And your mama's like, "Well, it's on my stream, bro."
Kate, I was very glad. See, you don't probably remember the show I was watching of you, Kate, but I watched a couple shows of you once. I definitely liked you better in Soph. I'm glad that, I don't want to say I'm not glad that you ended up being a host. I'm glad you didn't do any of like the dumb shit. Some people feel like they have to do something dumb. The closest thing to something dumb I did was drink a smoothie, and I felt that was fair because we made fucking $700-800.
Yeah.
It was only fair for Pesci to drink a smoothie at that point. I didn't have to pour it on my head. You would have to send shit to my Cash App to do something like that.
Yeah.
You're not going to donate a red that I get 20 of. I used to think that was hilarious. I'll do it for a red. Holy shit.
No, I feel the same. I feel, honestly,
she said,
I feel...
the Discord weirdos chased me off. Yeah, I'm from Philly.
Yeah,
all Keem had to say was you could stream on your own channel. I probably would have signed it. The contract had nothing to do with my channel. The contract had mainly to do with if you leave, fire, or get quit. But then I saw this and I'm like, yo. He didn't know I was streaming on my own channel. I'm like, you're saying if I sign this, I can't stream on my own channel? And he goes, you don't really have a big audience. And I go, that's not what it's about over there. I go, a lot of people that I've met on my channel were people I've kind of known for years. It's mainly been a hangout. I've never had a set channel for one type of content. I've done video games, movie reviews, Two Chomps. I've done a lot of shit. I'll bring back Two Chomps eventually.
Motherfucker, you gotta bring Two Chomps back. You know how popular that is right now on Shorts? You know how good you do on YouTube Shorts if you brought back Two Chomps?
Yeah. See, I always like to put certain segments. Like there's a movie review series I did called the Brutal Breakdowns. Now, I only released 2 videos, but I have a whole bunch filmed that I never released. I could release some of those. Yeah, I used to be like a multi kind of streamer. We used to do the wrestling watch-alongs, football. I did DSP content. I never really did shit on the LCU out of respect. But this month, there's going to be a lot of shit to talk about. And a lot of those people I'm not really friends with. Like, a lot of them I don't know. There's so many new people. Like, I'm not really cool with the nature people. I'm cool with Queens. I don't like Turbo. He's lied on me 4 times. This guy's going to wear the N-word shirt and then throw out accusations about me.
That was crazy that happened.
Cash Money should give the people what they really want. Two Chomps and Fabio's make that shit happen. Yeah, I'll start doing it again. I always said the thing with Two Chomps was I used to like to do it during the day, but I've been working a lot during the day.
Well, you can do it on your lunch, dude. Like, for real, these people right now, because it's a different market from when you used to do it. On my shorts, a lot of shorts are people doing similar thing. It's not Two Chomps, right? You had a whole you're branded with that. So if you brought that back, that would become a whole thing.
Here, I'll share something. Let me share something with you real quick. Hold on. I'll show you, since Kate's out there, people haven't seen it. I'm going to show you the music contest I did, or at least just show you what the crew looked like. All right, ladies and gentlemen, is it sharing where you're at, Pirate? Or do I got to share it with you? Oh, yeah, I got to share it with you. Hold on. Let me go to my playlist.
You got to share it.
Hold on 1 second. Not only did I have the beautifulest chicks in the world, these were some of the most top of the line singers that weren't famous. Hold on, let me... Playlist. YouTube Idol. Let me share it with him. Look how tan I was for this shit, too. Damn! He was tan.
Oh, shit.
All right, let me show you what the... All right, here's a girl that sang. This was one of the finalists. So look at all my hosts on the side. Look at the ladies on the side.
Oh, damn.
Yes, sir.
The judges were the ones that were the dime pieces.
Ooh, let me take that thing off so you're not covered up, Queen. Sorry.
Hold on, let me get to the part where she's singing. Listen how good this girl sings. Your mama heard this too. You're shocked.
What the fuck?
Good at singing, huh?
Yo, Pesh, I gotta get some of these digits. The fuck is
Dude,
this?
I told you, dude, I had a whole contest. Now, this is a couple years back. A lot of these girls aren't streaming anymore. Some of them I could reach out to and start doing this again. Here's a close-up. So, look, here's Raquel. She was the one I called Queen. There's Jillian Cortez, smoking hot. Then you had Joyce, who won the contest right here, Best Cure. This is when she wasn't pregnant. Then you had Shorty's Getaway. I had more judges, too, that came on other days. Like, let me show you when Nicole Ames came back. Hold on. I'll show you Nicole Ames. All right, here's
I will give you
was she not on this one? No. Oh, she wasn't on this one. Let me go to a different one.
Take care, Jason.
Where'd you
Hold on.
find these fucking Filipino women, bro?
I hit it off with a couple of them, and then they all share their channel. That's why every one of my channels a mod. I learned that from these girls. See, like, look, you see this girl right here, Nicole Ames? These girls would all share channels, and they fuck with different singers, different women. We were all friends. I was friends with all these girls. Like, we would talk behind the scenes and everything. They'd come over to my stream. I'd come over to theirs. They used to call me King.
The message of the song is so beautiful.
I used to go by King Joe Pesci.
Yeah.
That's
No,
never
very
seen
nice
you
job.
smile
Sorry.
that hard, Pesh.
And when I say hundreds of chicks, it was hundreds of chicks. Yeah, it was guys. But I had so many women because you'd click on their channel and you could go see them. These girls all have followings with, like, Nicole Ames,
wait.
10,000. R.A. Garcia,
pause.
150,000. Best Kier,
Pause.
8,000.
Pesh, pause. You said
Yeah.
guys. Are you talking like there's lady boys?
No. Guys, what are you talking about, guys? There was, I'm saying there was
I'm
guys.
joking.
There was guys,
I'm
too.
joking.
These were the
I'm
ladies.
joking.
They definitely weren't no lady boys.
There's that myth, right? There's always that myth of like the Filipino lady boys and shit. That you gotta be careful.
For instance, here's the chat right here. A lot of these girls are gone now,
Yep.
but those are all chicks. And a lot of them still have channels to this day.
Damn.
Look, Gene Massal brought me here. Gene
Hey,
Massal,
look at that. They got a
smoking
check
hot.
mark right here.
That's why I used to think it was funny when Keepstar would be like, "You're a goon." I'd be like, "Bro, I was around chicks that make the LCU look like a joke." You serious? I don't think he knew what kind of resume I had. But yeah, that's that. Where's my Tractor Alley video I was doing? But yeah,
I'm not gonna
now
lie.
when
That chick you showed, I don't even think I can even try it like that. But damn, they were good. She's good.
they were actually all good singers.
Hell
Phantom
yeah.
a hater. Kate says Phantom is such a hater. He is. It's funny was he goes, "Oh, Pesci," he goes, "You should come back," or blah blah blah. Phantom, why would I want to come back? It took you 5 seconds to tell a lie about me. You were so scared to believe me at Fat Camp. Like, that's where I realized who was real and who wasn't. Real quick. All right, where's that? Like, I was able to, like, for instance, the Angie thing, I was able to squash the shit with Angie. See, I'm smart enough to know sometimes people don't know things, and I just got to smarten them up. You know? You got to take the good sometimes out of the bad. Like, for instance, were Crick and them probably doing some dumb shit in our server that was called retarded, whatever? Probably. But now they got to get polished up because they're hanging around the PWO now. They're not hanging around with the lower levels.
House. Yeah, no.
But
That
there's
was the
good-
main thing, you know. Is once you find out someone's a horror cow, that's when you gotta.
I don't even know what a horror cow is.
A horror cow is. So, okay. There's between a low cow and a horror cow is a low cow is like Boogie, right? Someone who's just like a liar, like fake cancer and all that shit. Um, oh, I hear music. Is that
Oh, my bad.
um
Yeah, because
a
see, no,
horror?
someone was bringing up the Phantom thing. My thing is this. If Keem would have walked up to me and told me to go fucking accuse Turbo of switching a drink and I didn't know the story, I would have never did that. Like, people would do stuff to fit in or be cool. Meanwhile, Keem didn't even like it when people would tell on people. Like, when I would ever have problems with a host, I never once went to him about that. Because where I'm from, you handle your own shit. I didn't need to cry to him.
Right.
You know what I mean? You gotta be able to, especially if you're in a place that's considered a drama network. I was gonna have to learn how to deal with clownery. Turbo just happened to be a clown. It's funny that he ended up looking like a clown, and he was a clown. Like he said, he won Fat Camp. You didn't win shit, bro. You lost. Okay? If you stepped in the same room as Jim Crick, they wouldn't be chanting your name, brother. Don't talk about going fucking, like his definition of viral was retarded. Borderline retarded. But I know why Keem, but see, I'm smart enough to know why Keem would make him a host under him. Because when Turbo's not on air, he's reporting in. Meaning if there's shit that Keem doesn't see, Turbo will report that. Remember when they were trying to punish me? They said I leaked me coming back. I didn't know it was a secret. But the only person I told was Turbo. Other than the people obviously Keem told. So when I knew Turbo told on me, I'm like, this guy will still tell on you and talk to you. He'll do anything to give information to Keem. Like when he said he went after Kalo for the food card. That's pathetic. You went after some guy because they were getting a food card where food gets thrown, millions of dollars of food get thrown out on a daily basis.
Yeah, bro.
It was just a ridiculous guy. Like, Turbo, you could say whatever you want about me, but every time I'm in the room with you, I'm always going to be the more respected and bigger guy because I never did any bullshit like you did. I could go talk to people like humans. I didn't just jump on a panel and felt like I had to take my shirt off and suck my tit to be accepted. I just had to be myself. And I said, if you're yourself and you can hang around, that's what you want. You don't want to be someone else. Like when I see him putting mustard on or doing that shit, or when Hatred said, go grab the condiments, Pesci. And I was like, dude, what? I go, dude, who the fuck are you for starters? And second, I ain't grabbing shit. He goes, you wouldn't even do that for the people? No, I don't have to fucking pour ketchup on my head at 5:30 a.m., Hatred, to be able to come on panel. You want to have your own shit. That's why I had the soundboard. I had a different style. I didn't go by a docket. I went by my own shit. Yeah, we probably didn't really do much interesting, but fuck. We didn't really have much to work with.
Yeah, see, so like, let me explain to you real quick what a horror cow is, because this is a low cow. A low cow is someone just it's just a cringe, someone who's cringe, right? You cringe at them, the things that they do. So you cringe at the things that Boogie does, some of the other hosts that are there. You just cringe, right? And it's like you laugh at them. A horror cow is when people are doing disturbing behavior, they're abusive, and then they're dangerous. That's a horror cow. Like Daniel Larson, Cyrax, those are horror cows. Those are people
Never watched Cyrax. I know who he is. He's
those are people you don't want to associate. Yeah, that's why, because they're horror cow. They're like you don't. They're the next step beyond a low cow.
And I got shit once from Gidgy because I told her I didn't think I was a locale. I didn't think and Keem said not everyone's going to be a locale that goes through there. I might have been dumb at times or said some shit, but I was not like. I wasn't about
Yeah.
to get a tattoo that says I'm gay. I'll tell you that. I got to give Albert credit for that. That's why you can't ever call Albert a scammer. He got "I'm gay" tatted on him.
No, he
How does
did
that?
get the he did. That was a real tattoo, by the way, because
Oh,
he
I
like
know.
every time
I
it popped
do.
up,
Trust
it's
me.
still on there. It's still on there. So I'm like, oh shit.
No, trust me. I wouldn't lie. I was behind the scenes with him. That was real. I remember him walking
Yeah,
to the
no,
place.
it's
I told him
crazy.
not to. I go, bro, don't get "I am gay." That's forever. You're not even like fully gay. And now he's not even on gay
You're not
anymore.
fully gay.
He wasn't. And he's not even on gay anymore.
That's just funny. That's like, hey, Albert, you're not fully gay, bro. Don't do it.
That's why Bad Girl better stay on cafe because that tattoo she's got is giant.
Oh my god. Yeah, dude.
I went on Tommy C's show tonight. He was nervous that I was going to start talking about the LCU. I'm down, buddy.
Oh, you went with Tom. You went on Tommy C. Oh god.
I went on his panel and said, "What up?" He was on Shot to the Point. That's his normal channel.
Yeah. I don't think I can go on there because I would just start flaming the shit out of him.
Gonzo says, "I beg to differ."
Who said that? I see.
Shout out to the people that showed up tonight. Covered a little bit of my boy DSP. There was a couple more I wanted to see before I ended. Yeah, but this is what we got to do, Pirate. We got to come up with a segment that we do once a week. I'll try to think of some ideas, and it's something we can put out there, because I always say that's how you build some shit. You come up with one great segment that people can latch onto. Like how Live stole my Glammy's Corner idea. Stolen from me. I was Glammy's Corner. I was the guy who came up with that.
You made that? You made that?
Yeah, because if you go back to the B Slice video where he had me on there, and my first time with Glammy, you'll hear me go, "It's time for the Glammy report of the week," and then I changed it to Glammy's Corner because I didn't want it to be report of the week, because that's what I called Booster's segment. Booster, when I was with Booster, I used to have him do a segment called the Booster Report, because Booster was good at covering LCU.
See, that's the thing about you, is you're good at cutting, and that's the thing they didn't appreciate about you, is you know how to cut a promo.
Yeah, I never got a chance
You know
to.
how. Well, you did, because they're still using the
Couple
Glammy's
times.
Corner. They stole your promo. You know, that's what they do over there. They steal your shit. You'll do something.
Be fair, Glammy would come up with the content for the corner, but it was my idea.
But
and I said it's like a 10-minute segment that you could own, Glammy, and people will think it's funny because it's basically something you came up with. So even if they shit on it, at least you're putting in that effort.
That's what I mean, is you have creativity, so you came up with the concept. They stole your concept and they're still using it. That's what I'm trying to say.
They changed the song.
Yeah,
what up, Riki? He said, "Hello, good night."
I don't know why you say goodbye. I say hello.
That's a good song. Why say goodbye? I say hello.
Say hello.
Let me give you a follow, Ray. Oh, Ray's from he's one of the singing people.
Oh, really?
Think so.
Is that who I think? No, that's Riri. She's from the.
Oh, okay. I thought that was one of my old singers.
She's from Scoot and the shit.
I just gave you a follow, Riri. I'll give you a moderator so you can share your channel. Yeah, that's who I learned that from, was Phil. Well, I always gave people mods, because in the beginning we used to have to separate a couple trolls, and the wrenches was how I separated them. But when I started hanging out the Filipinos, they like to share their channel. That's how they network. Their version of YouTube, that's people get modded up, and if you're cool with them, you can share your channels. That's why I always mod people. If they fuck up, they get demodded.
Riri. Hi, Riri. It's good to see you.
Thank you, Riri. Welcome to the block.
You want to know something funny, Pesh?
Yeah.
Is since I've been doing my own streams, every stream I have different people come that I know who they are, but like one day I have like the real ones that come in, your day ones, they come in there to say what's up. Then the next day I have some trolls. That other day I have people that are fighting each other in my chat. Like it's so fun, dude. It's so interesting to see it
I'm
every
not.
day.
I'm not a blocker. I'll only block someone if they put something too inappropriate. I remember I've
Well, I
been
don't
locked
block
up.
anyone.
When
I don't
when
block
you've been
anyone.
locked up as many times as I've been around, I've been around a lot of idiots. That's why the people that are
Yeah.
on internet aren't even like people I've been locked up with. So I could deal with a lot of fuckery at times.
Oh, me too. Me too, bro. No, I like what I like. See, and that's what I always be grateful with LCU is I learned how to take the hittings, but also give it back. It's like a back and forth, kind of do a roly poly.
Yeah.
And the one thing that I learned though is to come on my own was being off of there and starting to go on different panels, like what I'm doing right now. I have to go on Savage's panel, on Ashes, on different panels, and learn how to just do my own commentary without because when you're in that Discord, right, like you just said, when you're in there, even if you're not a banned person or whatever, even if you type somewhere, you're gonna get pinged 10,000 times, like, why are you
Yes.
typing in this
And
Discord
my
or in
thing
this
is,
thing?
I don't want to look like a traitor, so that's why I left their Discord, because they don't like you playing with everybody else. I'm not going to be
Right.
told who I cannot talk to. The problem was the ban list got too big. When I started seeing people get banned
So
left and right in
huge.
Voldemort, I was like, damn, this might end up being a problem for me eventually.
Yeah, okay, good example. Let me ask you a question. This is a good way to do this. So right
Okay?
now, let's say let's say you were on I'm just gonna put you on Wild with Wonder Woman. I'm just gonna put you on random show. You're on Wild with Wonder Woman, and it's on this at the same time that Cash is on, which is Murph and Tina. How would you feel if Keem told you? Because this is a rule: is technically Albert is Voldemorted. How would you do that? How would you deal with that being in there? That he's Voldemorted. You cannot talk to him on panel. While you're on panel there, you cannot speak to him or say his
See,
name.
I know Keem likes Albert, so I never took
He does
Albert's
get the pass.
Voldemorting.
He does get the pass. He does get the pass. But
He
you know what? I'm just
honestly,
giving you a hypothetical, Pesh. I'm giving you a hypothetical. Come on,
well,
bro. Play with
what
me.
do you mean how I would handle it? I would probably still talk
Well,
to him.
yeah. No. But Keem comes up, right, and he says, "Yo, Pesh, you cannot talk to Albert anymore on panel. Like you can talk to him off screen, but when you're on my panels, you cannot say his name. You can't speak to him."
I'd have a conversation with Albert first. I probably wouldn't answer that question if Keem told me to say that. I'd have to
There
see
you
what
go.
was
That's
the
a real one
reason.
right there. I mean, no,
Was
you're being
Albert
real.
doing
That's the real one.
anything, or if Albert was just being Albert? Um, I always told people, like, people will say things about sweeping. There's certain people I will protect them. I'm not gonna throw them under the bus. Where I'm from, that's called protecting your people.
And I respect that. See, I respect that
And people
because
will respect you more. They bring up the word sweep when they don't realize the other thing is worse. I'd rather
yeah,
sweep than be a dirty guy.
yep.
You know what I mean? Like when Phantom was going off on the limb and saying I was talking shit when I went Savages, that's immature. Because you didn't even
Yeah,
watch,
like
bro.
Phantom, why do you even care? Yeah, it's like why do
You
you
didn't
even
even
care,
watch.
Phantom?
To say
Yeah,
you're a
bro. It's
real
like,
ass motherfucker and you say that nobody real would have made that comment. And I already saw you do that at Fat Camp where you didn't want to even hear my side. You were just believing Wonder Woman and trying to throw your sobriety out there. Meanwhile, Phantom, she was drinking a fake beer at a table where 20 people were drinking. You're going to tell me she was taking sobriety serious?
absolutely not.
I thought that was funny that people were trying to fucking turn me into a joke, Trying to say, how could you fuck with a girl's sobriety? Meanwhile, she's at a fucking table full of drunks. Which one of the 12 steps has you fucking sitting in a circle of drunks, Wonder Woman? Because any fucking person that's really working sobriety works the 12 steps.
Yeah, no, dude, it's
Stupid.
stupid, man. And see that the way you answered is the real answer, right? It's like
She is a compulsive liar.
I'm gonna talk to my
Like,
homie. It's like I'm
that's
gonna talk to my
bad.
homie before.
That's dangerous what she did. When you could lie like that, like I didn't say anything bad about anybody else that was at Fat Camp. I didn't even care that AMAX snitched on me. At least that was truthful. When you tell a fake story like that, and it's verbatim, and you don't only change one part of the story, you change like 18 parts. You forgot your original lie. At one point, you forgot you were drinking Corona. You brought up Heineken. I'm like, do folks here are bringing up Heineken? She's so ditzy. She's forgetting what she was drinking at that time, and she wasn't even drunk.
Well, I think the thing with Wonder Woman is she got that mushy brain because she used to drink severely, heavily, a lot, even before she was on shows. Like I would be in VCs and she would have her camera on, like pounding those Heinekens, and I didn't, I thought, oh, she's just having her late night,
That's why I thought it's
Heineken.
funny
But
when
then
your
when she
mom was
started
like, I want the
streaming,
allegation, Wonder Woman. Not me. You saw what you
I
did to me, oh mama. You would want that if you had 9 people saying you did something that you didn't do. Trust me. You don't want the fake
yeah, yo
allegation.
mama, yeah, bro. Me and your mama, we got beef right now. Not real. It's not. It's not serious.
You don't got
It's
beef
just,
with him. He's a
it's
good guy.
playful.
I
It's
love your mama.
playful. Oh no. He's my day one, bro. Like for him, the way you spoke about Albert, that's how I'm gonna speak about your mama, bro. He's day one.
Yeah.
Day one. Ride or die. I'd rather die than tell anyone
Your mama was
anything.
one of the first people to tell me that I could be a host up there.
Yeah, no, that dude. He's a real one. There's not that many people that I can say that about.
Who's Lacey Compton again?
Oh, Little Compton. That's Peter.
Oh,
Peter Parker.
Little Compton. I thought it said Lacey.
That's my homie. He's from the ship. He's usually on Savage's panel. He does the little sign. He has his little
You get along with Ashes, don't you? I'm gonna have her on one day.
Oh yeah, no. Me and Ash just had a little. There's some things going on, but I won't bring that in here. There's just things.
Is it about the retarded server?
No.
Like Jesus Christ, this is like one hell of a story.
No, we already talked that whole thing. I'm glad we talked about it here because like now I dropped that with because I like those people, right? Like Evil Jim Crick and all those people that come from there. I fuck with them a lot. I think they're funny.
Same.
It's just we gotta stop. We gotta not fuck with people who are like that disabled, right? You can't fuck with them.
I guess where you're coming from there, that's probably not the best thing.
It's not a good look.
No, especially if you're doing it for free. Like if he would have told me a story where they were like pocketing thousands, I would got it. I would have understood. I'd have been like, all right. I can't say I haven't broke the law for money before.
Yeah, no, for sure. For me, it's a moral thing. It's not even about laws or none of that. It's a
no. I get it. I would
comfort.
I would never do something like that to somebody to make profit. Never.
Yeah, no. For me, it's no. It goes beyond profit. You're doing it literally for. It's no profit, and it's just like the old gladiator days. You're just in there. You're throwing this dude into a lion's den. And he doesn't even know what the fuck is going. He doesn't even know what it's in front of him.
I just thought of the segment. Like I thought of this. I thought of the segment idea. We got to come up with the name. So we're gonna do some kind of LCU segment here in the future. I got to come up with a name. Yeah. I'll try to get it a graphic. Like I said, you got that something room here in this Discord. If you ever need to do shit,
yeah.
Just go in there.
Yeah, I'm working on because I've been I'm not gonna front with you, Pesh. It's easy to stream on my phone, because I can connect
Shh.
my microphone straight. I'm on my PC right now, but I can connect my mic straight to my phone, and it's just
Right.
so easy to do it.
Of course.
But I'm setting up my OBS and all that shit on my computer, and it's just about actually popping the live and actually trying to do it through my PC, and then I can have people panel up.
Yeah. No, I just
Because
said don't be
I do
afraid to
like
use
that.
that. Don't be afraid to use that room.
Oh no, I do appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Because I do have my own. I have my own like personal thing. I don't want people to come into my own personal server because I have my actual like my own real life people in there, and
So
I
I have,
never want
yeah,
to
I have
bring
real life
any.
people in in my Discord too. They just have been around me since the beginning, so they understand that there's going to
Yeah,
be some
yeah, yeah,
clowns.
yeah. No, I separate. I have my shit. They know me as that it's very separate.
Sure.
They've seen some of the I've shown them like some of the locale stuff here and there, especially when I was an intern. I did things with Denmark and stuff on Cash, the original Cash, not the Cash that you were on, the OG.
Yeah.
And they would just laugh. They liked especially the Yo Mama Made a Lisi song. They love that song. Every time they come over and we get some brewskis and stuff, they always like play that Lisi song, the Yo Mama one, the Lisi one, and it's just
I've
funny.
never been
It's
an
funny
on
shit.
drink streamer. If I ever drink on stream, it had to be a margarita.
Oh, I see.
I'm not really a beer guy.
Yeah, I just I can't do hard liquor, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I
It's
can't do that
crazy that I
anymore.
got accused of switching a beer and I don't even drink beer. Isn't that fucked up? That was the first time I drank
Bro,
beer in years.
I know,
That's
right? It's
what's
the first
sad.
time you do it in forever, ever, and
And I
then
didn't even
that.
drink like a bunch. Like they'd be like, "Oh, you must have been drunk." No, I only that night that happened. I actually didn't even finish the whole beer. I smoke a lot of weed. I'm a weed smoker.
Yeah.
I'm about to
You
invite
know what'd be fucked up,
what's I'm
Fish?
gonna invite
You know what'd
that
be
and
fucked up?
K girl to the server.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. I'll tell Kate to get over here.
Hold on, let me.
You know what'd be funny is if the people who snitched on you were people that you shared your bud with. And by bud I mean the smoky kind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That'd be
Well,
fucked up, bro.
it was obvious people like to try to score points with Keem, and they thought telling on me was a point score. Meanwhile, he would always tell people he doesn't like rats.
Oh no, he loves rats. That's why he has Xylee as his number 2. He
Well,
loves
he
rats, bro.
doesn't like love them, but I've heard him say before he doesn't love snitches like that. You heard him
No,
say
no,
the other
no, no, no. Right. He don't love snitches, but he loves
Turbo
what
being
do
a
you call
snitch.
it? Yeah, it depends, right? It depends
Hey,
who it
Pesci in
is.
chat, except Pirate says the hills have critters.
Oh, what's up? I
Thank
got
you,
fans,
critter.
bitch.
Yeah, we've been on for 2 hours, 33 minutes. I was covering some DSP videos, and Pirate came up, and I started talking LCU.
Yeah,
Trying to think
it
of
was
a,
a fun
a name
time.
of a segment we could do where we cover certain. Is Fuba gone?
Oh, do you want to see something funny?
Sure.
I can show you something funny, and then I'll hop off here and let you to finish off. This shit's actually, bro.
Oh, you're
Wait,
good.
let me bring this shit up. So my my cow Fupa cheese, which I purchased for the high cost of $5 USD. She was on Local Fire, which is a show that's like, it's like, what even is that? You know?
Yeah. It's in the middle of the night.
And
You know what's funny is the best episode of Fire was the one I was on for White Owl's last episode, and they took that episode off. It was, dude.
oh my god, what happened to that guy?
Bruggs was on there and Snake Solid, and
I
dude,
love Brooks.
I love Bruggs too. Dude, we were clowning on everyone, and White Owl fucking actually went off, and it was actually in an entertaining way. I swear to God, the funniest I've ever seen White Al was that night on his last night of Fire, and they took that episode down because that idiot said dumb things. But fucking Abby was on there. She was being cool as fuck. Dude, I had fun that night. I was laughing my ass off at Bruggs.
Is that okay? Can I share my screen?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh shit, Kate's in the server. Let me give her roles.
You can make her a mod.
Squad. Is that cool? Mod Squad and Pod
Yeah,
Squad?
go ahead.
There you
Good
go.
night,
Kate.
Jeff.
If you want,
where are you going?
Kate, if you want to jump on, you have the roles to jump on the panel. We're in Detractor Alley.
Oh, she did join?
Right.
Perfect.
Yeah, she's in the server. I gave her roles already, so she can jump on if she wants to.
Yeah, the only time I had trouble was when that idiot Styles went into Retard Ranch and he was trying to recruit people, and I'm like, dude. Now some of those people I happen to know, so it wasn't like that bad. But they were mad at me. They're like, "Who's Joe Pesci? I heard you're coming over into servers and trying to poach." I was like, "Boss, I got a full-time job. I got 2 gigs. Are you serious? You think I got time to poach? And you think if I was going to start poaching, it would be from a place where they're like displaying whatever you guys said? They were displaying retards or whatever? There were some good people over there. We got the good ones out of there.
All right.
All right,
I'm sharing my screen. Do you see it?
Hold on.
What
up, sellers? Yeah.
Okay.
Why does Turbo have his shirt off every episode?
Okay.
Okay, this is.
You see you see Katie, right? You see Katie?
Yeah.
Okay, you know who she is, right? Because you used to watch Fire a little bit. Because you were on that.
Yeah.
So okay, I want you to look at Katie and just look. This is what made me like want to watch. You can see I do a little dono in my cow.
Hold on, let me share for the people. Let me share for the people. Hold on.
Oh yeah. I want the people to see this before I play it.
Oh shit. Hold up. All right, go ahead. You hit play?
Morning Star. I've done nothing to you. I've done nothing to you. So go fuck yourself. Talking? How about that one? No, we're actually talking about Morningstar, a person that struck a video of mine. For what reason?
What is this?
No fucking clue. Because Booster decided to leave his show.
Pirate, can you hear me?
Yeah.
What is this?
My bad, dude. I forgot it was this.
What?
There's some other Pesh. There's so much drama going on, dude. I'm trying to keep like 10 things. Okay, let me lock in. My bad, bro. Let me lock the fuck in. All right. Can everyone see it now?
This dude just randomly had a clip of Ashes playing.
Yeah, there's a whole thing because she's live.
That's a close friend of mine, Ashes.
No. It's all good, bro. I have no beef with anyone. I'm just watching. There's some stuff going on with other whatever.
No, I get it. Not everybody's gonna be What up, critters? Hey Pesci, I hope you have a wonderful night. Thank you.
All right. So can everyone see Fire? I have Fire.
Yeah.
Up. Okay.
Oh.
So I made this is when I bought Fupa. Do you see this donut right here?
Okay.
Okay, this is when I bought my cow Fupa. It says, "This is the price of a medium French fry now. Moo for me. I like my cows to moo. Please kick the racist. Thank you." So that's Turbo, obviously.
Right.
All right. So look at Katie, and I want you to see what happens.
Katie at this point, like what? I mean, she's not doing anything, and she can't even run OBS right.
She got her fired?
It was.
I can end the stream and I can head out.
Just watch.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Keem will not be happy.
I will rage quit. I don't give a I will rage quit.
Hold on,
Fine,
pause. I think she's like, I don't give a fuck what Keem thinks. Trust me, if I was on fire, I don't think I'd care what anyone thought. All right, go on.
Did you see her face?
I love Fupa Chizo. I really do. She was cool as fuck to be around in person.
No, not Fupa. This Katie chick. Her face. No, look at her face. I'll go back just like it's like 5 seconds.
Don't do that.
I can end the stream and I can head out.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Keem will not be happy.
I will rage quit. I don't give a
Fine.
I will rage quit.
Fine. Do it. Rage quit.
Bro, her face. I've never seen anyone go from like the top of their forehead all the way down to their neck get red like that in my life.
Yeah. And what's funny about... I wonder, wait, are they on it 2 now? It must be on it 2.
I don't know. Well, Katie's not there.
I think I'm gonna go in there and fucking donate to fucking.
No,
Fupa.
they're not. They can't stream. Katie left. This is
not
why
Katie. I'm talking about Fupa.
I hate the LCU. This is why I hate the LCU right now, because they kick out when there's actual cows mooing and they're getting milk. They just kick them, bro. This was gonna become my favorite show.
Yeah, but how many people live watch Fire? Like 40?
Bro. For these like 3 episodes that Fupa was on, there was almost like 400 people watching.
Really?
Yes. It was amazing. And then it had to end. But let me just show you where my Fupa does what I paid for.
You know what?
Hey man, actually. And you are one of the biggest cows in the LCU.
Right,
so I want you to know.
I'm literally a celebrity. I know.
Hey, pause real quick.
That's actually crazy.
Turbo, how dare you call anybody a cow? How dare you? Saying some of the dumbest stuff, coming shirt, sucking your tits, walking on a treadmill 3 times the size of anybody on panel with you, and you're going to call Fupa a cow. I'd rather hang out with Fupa than fucking Turbo. I've been around Fupa Cheese in real life. She's not, like in real life, she's just a normal white girl. She ain't like how what people would think.
She's a normal chick, huh?
She's actually nice.
Chick.
Go on.
All right. Here we go.
Someone donated for you to moo. Give us a moo.
Moo.
Okay, well, hold on.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, my God, dude. She did that Marilyn Monroe kind of moo, you know? It got to me.
Yeah.
It spoke to me.
We were glammy mooing one night. Why that thing always breaks.
What's that, Pish?
No, I said we had glammy mooing one night. I'm trying to get this screen to be fitted right.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, dude, no, that for me, I was like, oh my God, because she wanted a 50 for that, first of all, and I was like, absolutely not. I'm like, you're not on
50
bus,
for what?
girl. To moo. I was like, absolutely not. I'm like, you're on fire. You're not on local bus.
What's your thought? What's your thought of that guy Bones?
I think he's from what I've seen. I don't really watch Nature too much because it's like I'm asleep during that time. But from what I've seen of him, I think he's pretty sharp. He's a sharp kid.
I think what they got, me and him had like we didn't have like a problem, but I remember I said they should watch him because the first time he showed up, he had that DVD with the 3 girls on it. One of them was Keem's fiance, and I'm like, damn, you don't even know him like that. He's gonna be your future boss, and you're putting his chick on a DVD. And then she was like, "Oh, we liked it." I'm like, "Damn, I'd look at that as something like I want to keep an eye on that guy." But we worked out whatever. I don't hate him. I think the problem is this. Sometimes they put the two lower guys together when these guys need somebody to follow. Like whenever someone tells me Nature's good, I'll literally go try to watch it. I don't see where it's good at. It's the same thing Nick doing what he's always done. You know what I mean? And Nick's not a bad guy. He's a real nice kid. I just said they're kind of like overselling that show.
Yep.
The problem is the best show will always be Pitt. And if these other shows don't get better, a lot of those commentary shows will struggle. I don't think Yo Mama will. He knows how to make fun of everybody. Xylee does not know how to.
Nah, Xylee's a tip. She's like how do you put it? You can literally click on any commentary channel on YouTube, and that's Xylee. It's like that SJW type commentary.
Not only did I never have a docket my whole time in there, I never even knew how to use it. I would see where it was, but I didn't understand how to access it. People would be like, "It's in the docket." I'd be like, "I don't get it."
Yeah, no, me either.
Trust me, I wanted to. That's why when people asked, "Is shit scripted?" I didn't get a script. I wish I did. To be honest, I wish I would have went to those shows knowing what the fuck I was doing. Some of them. Well, some of them, when you know you got like 500-600 people in there.
Well, you know the thing is, Pesh, is what's sad about what happened to you is probably the other people around you knew what was happening. You were just the only one who didn't get it. the DM or the call.
Yeah.
About what was happening, especially with that Glammy thing.
I'm the
pretty sure Glammy knew.
Only one who didn't sign the contract. What does that tell people?
It tells you that you're your own person. You're not gonna sell your soul. You didn't sign.
What it tells is everything I ever said in the beginning was, like you said, true. Like when I would say in the beginning, "Hey, I'm not here for the paycheck," like a lot of people think.
Yeah, bro.
And you get paid decent money in that, but it's hard to keep track of what you made and what you didn't make. You got a boss that will accuse you of being a bully, and he got Glammy out. He talked Glammy out of her check, and I got accused of being a bully. Can you imagine that?
That's a whole other that whole their whole payroll thing, payment system. That's a whole other problem. I don't even want to talk about because it's like it's just a fucking mess, bro. How do you even keep track of that, dude? How do you even keep track of that shit?
I never did. I never cared. I never asked. I just at one time said, "Where does the money get sent?"
Right.
You never once heard me say, I need the money. I'm focusing on my other job, because you would never hear that out of my mouth.
Right.
Yeah, the thing with the LCU is it's hard coming up with monetary things every day. It's not hard going out there and doing a show if there's no expectations. It's actually easy as fuck. That's why I used to like doing the night shows, because at night it's like a more laid-back crowd. The problem is with their report card system is it puts so much pressure on everybody to where the pressure becomes real. And it's almost like at times, sometimes that's all Keem's ever looking at is the numbers on the report card. He's not even looking at the show at times, unless you're one of those dick rider shows he watches.
Oh, dude, this fuck.
Billy Sellers said, "Keep your own show, Pesci." Obviously, Billy. I didn't care how many people come over here. I'm always a networking guy. All the people I met, I still know. It doesn't matter if they watch you. You always just keep connections open.
Yeah. No, it's I thought when you said Billy, I kept thinking, I'm like, wait, Billy the Fridge is in the chat. I'm like, holy shit.
No.
I was like, what's up, Biller?
Billy Sellers.
No, shout out to bro. All right, Pesh. I'm a head out, man.
I'm probably
It's
gonna.
9. It's 9
Oh,
for
it's
me, bro.
12.
I'm
I missed
tired
turn.
as
BC,
fuck.
you out there?
What's that?
I was seeing that BC was out there for Rocket. Pizza Mike, you out there?
Yeah, someone get on with Homeboy. Come on.
Wait a minute. It says Locale Live is live 1 hour ago. No drinking, only water. That's the name of the stream.
I don't know. I don't watch Local Live anymore. That's one of those shows I don't.
Oh,
watch.
you cut
I can't
it
watch
off? I might have to. It's become unwatchable. It really has.
Yeah, I cannot, bro. I can't watch it. I can't. Not even for Boogie, man. And
Now
like
Phantom's
Boogie.
killed Gay for me. I used to watch Gay every day with Tech Protect and Iceman. Now I can't even watch that anymore.
I wish Iceman could go back with Cat Lady on Rebel.
He should. He's so much better when he's a guest because whenever he's not the focus, he's able to be more entertaining. That's just how it is. I was able to do the same thing like him. Sometimes when you just go on other shows, like when I did that show with Smooch, when you don't have the pressure, sometimes the shows are just better.
That was a good stream. For the people that were there, man, that was good. Watching that
the Babes
live,
never had like 250, 300. They had 250, 300.
Yeah. And it was a positive, very fun, very creative thing. It wasn't just drama. It wasn't drama focused.
Yeah, it was
That's
laid
what I
back.
like too. Yeah, I like streams like that too, where people are creative and
Thank you for the jewels, Wude. Like I said the one night, I don't have to talk shit about them to make something entertaining. Like when I went on Savages, I didn't have to be the bad guy. I was able to just be honest, and the shit did well because people like when people are honest. Fake shit never ages well. That's why Tech gets so much shit. He's a compulsive liar. Like, folks, for real, that dude's a compulsive liar on some serious levels. And I like Tech as a friend. I would drink with the guy. I would talk with him behind scenes. He's a great guy in that aspect. But, oh, my God, is he a liar?
Yep. Yeah.
All right, Pirate. I'll talk to you later.
All right, man. Appreciate you having me up, man. You enjoy the rest of your show.
Later.
All right.
Pizza Mike, you out there? Ladies and gentlemen, Ed is Pirate, a guy that we're going to be doing a segment eventually. We're going to make it a known segment, Pirate. We're going to make people want to come out for it. We're going to show people how to low-keyly sneak in to the vortex. Because your boy Jim Crick's got a key. And that key's to the underground.
Ho, ho, ho.
Green Giant. As far as I'm concerned, it's no breaks this time. Give me the fountain, and we'll bring them in. Shout out to Herb Siflix 10. Shout out to the Wannabes. The Detractor Alley. What a catchy name. Shout out to Frank for making the Detractor Alley graphics. Shout out to Gonzo from Blood Block. Damn. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the Angelic Assassin in the Discord. Smoking. Well, it might be time to end. Shout out to Wude. Shout out to the Bengals. Oh, Gonzo's still on blood block? You know, the thing is, Gonzo... Oh, what happened to your... Oh, that's because he sent the jewels. I thought Wuday's mod was taken. Wuday was one of the first people to come over from there over here. Noted. Yeah, Gonzo, this time, Hey, Gonzo, let me ask you this, Gonzo. Oh, Schmidt and them are still in. I'm gonna message Schmidt and them and tell him come over here. But hear me out real quick, Gonzo. Remember when I said months ago, maybe even a couple of years at this point, when I first started doing the Detractor Alley, you know, we had the bowling one, we had the DSP one. What did I say? I said that the Detractor Alley audience may not be here today. They might not be here tomorrow. But they'll be here one day. And that's why it's important, even when no one's watching, to do your best performance, because you never know when they might go back. Shout out to the Detractor Alley. The man of segments, Mr. Brutal Breakdown, the Pesci Power Hour, the Detractor Alley, clipboards and credentials. The list goes on and on. But guess what doesn't go on and on? The smoke list. The kid's still smoking. He's still in the underground. He's still liked by the favorites. He still dances with Crick. And in a world of musical chairs, Jumanji will always come first. Shout out to Mr. Marvel. But it's funny, Gonzo. If me and you counted all the times that I predicted the future, then we would probably understand why my nickname is Future at this point. But who would ever thought that? Because when I actually got that nickname, it had nothing to do with predicting the future. It was the guy that I played chess with that turned me into a great chess player. His name was Future. And when he got sent to another prison, I didn't have I had a nickname, but I wasn't called Pesci or anything. I started calling myself Future. And the one thing they will do in prison at times is they'll usually honor a nickname or the first name you give them. They either called me Mike Lowry or they called me Future. Gonzo said it's a sign. It was always a sign. We predicted it with bowling. Gonzo, you could make a video, and you're a witness, and there's Schmitz and all them. But a lot of the LCU people don't know that. They just probably think I'm saying that fucking around. But Gonzo, you could make a video of me predicting the future on film. All the times. All the shit that was very close. Or shit that I was almost on point with. A lot of shit. They'd have a whole new nickname for me if people knew the truth about all that. Superman said, shout out to my best friend, Billy. Gonzo said, very true. Thanks, Gonzo. It is. Isn't that crazy? Like, what's funny, Gonzo, is when I would probably tell these stories up north at the LCU, they probably would laugh and think I was joking. Like when the fat camp shit happened and I said, shit, where I'm from, usually when people come to me from my side of the story, they don't need to go to any other side. I've never been in a situation, and they don't know that, in a situation where I'm asked something and what I say doesn't go. That was wild. That was when I felt like, that was the only time I ever felt out of place. Where I was like, wait a minute. You guys are liars, not me. Every one of you have told a lie at one point that I could point out. You can't point out one of my lies. Because if I did do some Jim crickery, I admit to my crickery. I've been to prison twice. You think I'm afraid to admit to shit that I wouldn't go to jail for? Let's be real. He was afraid of ruining his reputation. I'm the 5-time. You can't ruin the reputation of the 5-time. We are the 5-time. We don't care about reputations if we're calling ourselves the 5-time. The Turbo goes, see, Pesci had 5 felonies. That's why it's easy to blame him. That's clown. That's something when you have nothing to say, you gotta say. That's Ken Boland. Thank you for the follow, Junior Boss, 1991. Billy, did you unblock Steven? DJ Eric, I paid you $10 not to be here. That's a story for another day, the DJ Eric $10. Uday says 555. Maybe one day we'll have the Iceman here. He has to get fired first. If he ever gets, I don't see him getting fired ever. I mean, he's almost now at this point the most talented guy up there. They fucking ruined my show. I enjoyed watching him in tech. Wuday's the one that donated, ladies and gentlemen, in the chat. Wuday's the one that donated to bring the Iceman back. Well-known supporter, Mr. Houday. Billy, you better unblock Steven. He's your best friend. I thought Chris Schmidt was his best friend. Chris Schmidt's over there in Puncho's Discord. Why don't you someone tell Schmidt to come over here? I'm not in the Detractor alley anymore. Let me go back to the blood room. There's the other Iceman. No, that's not. That's the different Iceman. Folks, we have an Iceman too. The PWO had an Iceman. The LCU has an Iceman. We all have an Iceman. There's people probably watching this like, oh my God, it's Iceman over there. Let's tell on him. Good to see you in here, Iceman. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, what an episode of the Tractor Alley tonight. They say everything's for a reason. I'm starting to see the reason a little bit now, Gonzo. At times, you're blind to the reason. And then there are times where the reason comes up top, surfaces. I'm listening to country rap music. Congratulations, Bill. Welcome back, Iceman, says Cash Money. Yeah, we might have Iceman. We might have another Iceman eventually. There might be 2 Icemans eventually. But the other one is Mr. 555. Because they'll fire him one day up there. He'll come to NAFCA. He's too afraid. That's another difference between you and me, Iceman. Not the Iceman that's here right now, but the host on Gay, he's too afraid to get fired. He's not man enough to talk to who he wants. That's my job. Who the fuck is Mr. 555, says Iceman. It was a guy I did a show with. He's in the LCU. He's a host of Locale Gay. He's a pretty entertaining guy. Servap don't like him because he's Australian. So don't bring that crackhead over here. Servap, I think you would enjoy the shows a little bit more with Iceman over here than gaming. I think we could say that. If we had Iceman here, at least we wouldn't be doing games. What up, Quaalude? You can pop in if you want. I was trying to tell Schmidt to pop in. I saw him over in Punches. One thing that turned out to be a positive is a lot of people that were over there came over here for the DSP shit. See, I didn't have to cover them to bring the milkshake to the yard. See, I did all the shit they say people are going to do. I just did the opposite. They say everyone's going to sign a contract. I didn't. They say you leave and you automatically do a channel based off them. Well, I think we all know I definitely didn't do that. But similar to bowling, you're going to get brought up. Ask bowling. It's a thing. When you go on people's shows and you get past level 3, you might have something to say here and there. And over here, they know what's real. We don't have to play make-believe. There's never a question over here what's make-believe unless Boss Man's up here. We know I like to stick to the fiction side of things. Unless we're being interrogated by police officers. That's the only time when lying is appropriate. When it's saving you from getting a felony. Sorry, my rule. Did you finally get some recognition from all them shitbirds? I don't know what you consider recognition. See, my vision of recognition isn't people. My vision of recognition would be like, oh, yeah. If he said Wonder Woman's a liar, he's telling the truth there. Like Gonzo knows. He knows Wonder Woman's lying out of her teeth if I told him she was. Never talk to the police. True. And I let people know that. You might see me lying in a scenario where it's saving you, and you from going to jail. Or money. Brad didn't like that I brought up he owed me money. Why not, Brad? You come in here and celebrate. You and Servap were talking about ramen and shit. Meanwhile, I was playing. I'm at the car lot buying a brand new car. Now Brad paid with interest. Not a lot of bettors do that. So if you ask me, I'm glad he didn't pay on time. Right? So Brad, thank you for not paying on time because that meant more money for me. So thank you. And I actually mean that. But always remember, big bank always takes little bank. Remember, Brad, 100,000 a year job? 100,000 a year job, missing the gambling debts. Brad's at home typing in the AI. How many times did Pesci say Brad? That's how Brad spends his morning now, is listening to us. Brad comes in here, beer in one hand, his dick in the other hand, swinging from the ceiling like a real rock and roller. Well, I hope he bets for football. Like, I tried to explain to him the only reason why I cut a 36-minute promo on him is because he didn't take my phone call. I got a message from Ashes. I love what she put. Messenger. No, I understand that completely. But you got to understand, a guy like me, I'll talk to anybody. I understand what I got to do. I understand the repercussions too. I appreciate it. I didn't even know there was a history. You should have came on. I'll reach out to you tomorrow though. You should have came on in Discord. I know you're an admin, so you could come in any of the rooms. I'll talk to you later. I like when people tell me I gotta be weary of people. I'm the guy that's always watching. I'm watching before you even know I'm watching. I know when I'm dealing with dragons. I never thought we left Nafka. Iceman, AJ Pat, I dig Glads. Giannis went elsewhere. Trading Brown is ownership thing. Stupid, horrible, disgusting to even entertain trading him to new ownership sucks. Cash Money says you got to watch out for Servap. The real question is which version of Servap. There's a lot of different versions. Who you really got to watch out for is Robert Sixkiller. I think we can admit that. Robert Sixkiller has done a lot more damage than fucking Servap has. As Doyle. I want to find out what I had that guy had on earlier. That his nickname is Pirate. For people that don't know him. I'd fight LCU Iceman. Why? I think you'd be entertained by him with me on a panel with him. I think you'd be a lot more entertained than. And you'd be able to troll him. You'd have your new bowling. And I'm not saying he's ever going to come here. He's too chicken shit. He'd be too afraid of. He's a guy that really cares what Keem thinks. People don't even realize you get a lot farther when you're just fucking real. Bossman said he'd promote that fight. Hello, Lydia. How long have I been on for? 3 hours? Let me give you a moderator. If you have a channel, go ahead and share your channel, Lydia. If I'm saying your name wrong, I'm terrible with names. A lot of new faces in tonight. Boom. Yeah, I just subscribed to you. Oh, you do got a channel. Everybody go subscribe to Lydia AF. I don't know what the AF stands for. Go ahead and share your shit. I'll pin you. Ladies and gentlemen, show some love to Lydia. Lot of new women in here tonight. Always a positive. Shout out to the Philippines. He'd be worried Keem would find out and disown. Yeah. I started this, half the reason I didn't sign was I started to think about would he go after my Discord. And Sir Rap, I'm not getting rid of the Discord. I was thinking about bowling the one day. I was like, Pesci, remember when you were with Bolin and you said you wouldn't let him pick the friends? But see, Bolin never gave me a paycheck. I would have followed some Bolin rules if we would have got broken off when we were making the real money, or he was making the real money. Ghani City 187 says, Turbo picking on live tonight set up the perfect music for Yo Mama's pop. I don't know if you were in here, Nar City 187. But I said my problem with Turbo is half the shit he ever said about me was without even knowing the story. He has literally put stuff on my name without knowing what the fuck happened ever. I would never do that to another grown man. I didn't have to fucking tell on somebody. You know what I mean? It's like the cool club that they're trying to get into isn't exactly as cool as a club as they think. To tell on people or to be like a backstabber. See, I didn't have to backstab anybody. I just hit them with facts here and there. I remember when Pesci was down in OVW, Ken Bolin and Jim Cornette. He doesn't even pay Bob. Well, like I always say, Bob, I'm guessing, was the reason for the C101 thing getting made. Because remember, they always said if they made that, Bob could get his donation money back, and he was donating absurd amounts. But Bob, for the longest time, would give Kenny the money first. And I think Bob put an end to that. And that killed a lot of Kenny's streaming when he knew that pipeline was down. See, Kenny was a locale before we were even saying the word locale around here. Yeah, I did a show with a real live locale. High degree locale. Real high. Like Boogie status. Jim Cornette's best friend status. Okay? The king. They ain't getting any donation money back. Barkley will tell you that. No, you could get something back if they run the thing that they're running. Servap, you could ask Barkley. There's a way to write something off. The whole reason why they did it wasn't so Kenny could get his money back. He was trying to make it more suitable for Bob. I bet you if I could ask Bob one question, it would be that. And I guarantee I'm close there. And he gets the Scaramucci's back. Scaramucci said, yeah, I only donate if you got our C3PL. Why would the U.S. give tax refunds on charity in the Philippines? Not tax refunds. Let Barkley explain it. There's something if you do that charity, it's the same reason Scaramucci wanted to do it. They get to write something off to where they could do giant ones. You know that. Kenny's not donating any money out of his own pocket. Duh. But to make it easier on Bob, who was, you say, let's do this. You make it look legit. You make Bob think shit's legit. The kind of money Bob gave, I probably would have had to go the same route Kenny went. Kenny pocketed the Bob money. Oh, my God. Look at the curtains and all the shit. That's a real life locale, folks. And he wasn't easy to deal with, and I somehow survived it. I'm going to give Pesci another donation next time. Billy, not Not needed over here, kid. Scaramucci ain't giving Bolin money. I thought he did the last time. There was a Scaramucci donation that was made public. Scaramucci showed up. That's why Kenny would love when they would comment in there. These are one of the girls that we're helping out. Remember, and he'd make them. He would punch up their comment. He couldn't wait to talk about his fucking deviant. You want the guy had the fake receipts before fake receipts were fake receipts. After I exposed the fake receipt he had, they actually started getting different ones. Ash Schmidt. Billy, you don't need to give Pesci a donation. Mountain Timer paid the gambling debt. He can buy food this week. Yep, Brad owed me $550. He thought, dude, when he told me he wasn't watching the games one weekend, folks, when a bettor tells you he's not watching the games, it don't matter if he's late on payments. You don't tell that guy he can't bet. Let him bet to either bury themselves in humiliation or bury themselves in a debt that they'll pay off, which he did. And I didn't want interest back, but I'm going to take it because I'm a hustler. What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. And I deserve that extra Beano. Shout out to the Scolari brothers tonight. A lot of good blood was lost here. We'll see Brad again. You know, he won't be betting baseball for the rest of the season, unfortunately. You know, you don't want your bettors to learn a lesson. But I needed that 550. But I would always tell them, you know what, man, if you need to owe, it's cool to owe. Because some people realistically can't afford that kind of money, but they could actually afford to pay it on a payment plan, almost like a credit card service. That's the hustler I am. We could easily point out the fuckery of non-paying, or we could figure out a way to keep making money off them. Set some rules, make it fair, call up Jim Crick, and go from there. Knowledge is power, power is money. You have to watch the games you bet on. I think you do, at least to a certain degree. I'm not saying you got to watch every game, but you got to at least be watching sports to a degree, I think. Whether it's on Sports Center or like the Browns channels I watch. That guy wasn't, I was watching more of the games than he was. That's why I was so shocked when he won as well as he did week one. Because he did. In the grand scheme of things, he isn't down. But it's pretty embarrassing when you had a winning week and the first week your friend supposedly wins, he doesn't get broken off. You deserve to be joked on at that point because he would have done the same thing to me. I don't think I would have had, I don't have the balls to do shit like that. Not pay someone?
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
I wouldn't want that on my conscience. I wouldn't want that being passed around. For real. I would never want that passed around. Like that week he won the 500, he was trying to win 7. That's why I didn't feel bad when he got smoked the next week. There's no feelings in betting, Brad, remember? No feelings. No feelings when you lose 500 knowing you were trying to win 7. Worried about me paying on time or you hadn't to text me at broad daylight. So what I did last time was, so I don't have to hear his weird ass, I gave him the money early. I gave him at midnight to get away from the dumb message. But when I do something like that, that means week 1 I win. I want the whole kit and caboodle. I don't want a story, because if there is one, then the only way I could feel better about it is to clown. And he didn't like it. His exact words were, I'm gone. I'll never bet with you again. Says the guy who was late on payment. What I think happened was, he said he didn't see my message because he was busy. I think he saw the message, didn't want to respond, saw the promo, realized what kind of junky shit was going on, and then did what he did. I was never surprised, though, folks. I always knew he could be a guy that if he lost a certain amount, might have to be paid at a later date. But what did I always say? Payers do not grow on trees. If a guy pays and it's late, live with it. Live with it. I'm telling you. There's more people who don't pay in that game. Period. If it's good money, let them mow. Let them mow. Come up with a little ground rules. If it's free money, let him live a little. I baited him back. He doesn't even know I baited him back. I cut a promo on the stream the one night. I go, where's Brad? He's already done betting? I thought he was going to come back for one final run. How the hell is he going to fucking win all the money and quit? I hate that. People think I hate losing the money. No, I'll live with that. I hate the person that doesn't come back. That could bug me a little bit. And you shouldn't be bugged, but that does. Cash Money said, Servant said he wasn't surprised about it. No. Because I always said to myself, if you lose 700 to Brad, you might even want to message him and go, hey, man, give me blah, blah, blah now and give me the rest later. But I don't want you betting in the meantime for that. If you got to be a late payer, then you can't be a late payer but be an early better. Hell no. Because then that means I lose my Kaniche. So if you're going to play around with my Kaniche, I'm going to need my wah. All right. I think that's where boys going to end at 12 in the build. This hour? Chris Schmidt must be asleep. That's why it was good Gonzo was always there. Because he could vouch for all the good shit. And funny thing is, when Brad first started betting years ago, when he called Punchaho and said, do you think Pesci will pay us in the beginning? Guys that talk like that because they can't envision a scenario where they're paying people big money. Man, I wouldn't have been able to pay that. 8 out of 10 guys that say what Brad said, sometimes are guys that they're payers. They just are at times betting with shit they don't have. They truly don't think of the losing side of things. I did. That's why I made rules. If I'm going to have to root on the worst teams daily, we're going to have to come up with some ground rules. Because at that point, that's not no friendship. That's blood. And we know where I stand with blood game. The definition of blood game. The man that was in the book of blood game. Champagne taste on beer money. Pesci, can I come on and say hi to Rev? Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the end of the night. Chris Schmidt, wherever you are, always remember, the light will take you to the winning sector. Don't get bowling with Bob in your back seat. Shout out to Dustin Cotton. Shout out to the president, Rome Taylor. Yeah, I think they're sleeping. I'm probably going to end in like 10 minutes. At least we got a couple good ideas coming up. Chris Schmidt helped save the channel survey. Me and you both know I was able to do some clever things and get out of those strikes. Because Bolin never removed anything. What Schmidt did, Schmidt got what you would call getting the dogs caught off. Schmidt got Bolin to drop his guard. Schmidt spreaded my message for me. The message where I said, hey, white flag. I'm not trying to play with rats. Iceman said, is he okay, Sir Rep? He's missing a lot of shows lately. He's just lazy. Probably got another way of money coming in, or it wasn't that. Bolin always did that for the money, folks. That was never for pleasure. Think about this. Kenny would start a show and say, well, if no one says anything or donates in the first 7 minutes, I will end the stream. Nothing was ever, okay, I'm just here for you guys. Ever. He would criticize $400 streams at times. When I had that one stream and he tried to tell me it was bad and it made him 400 or whatever YouTube's. And I think mostly those were PayPal. He was ignorant enough to tell you, well, if you guys send it to PayPal, they get all the money. When you asked Mike Ryder for the $240 so you could feed 10 families, Ken, and you said 10 families instead of specific families, since you're the family guy, that's when you know you're bullshit. Like, that's something you would say to DJ Eric type of educated people. You don't say that to ex-cons. Even Bob. Bob had to have known. I think Bob liked Kenny so much. Bob didn't care if Kenny kept money. That was probably Bob like, I want him to survive. Sometimes the marks love giving the money directly. It's a part of life. Wait, what happened? My thumbnail got changed? He does a show and no one gives him any money, then he throws the toys out the cot. I'm giving my money to Pesci before Kenny. Billy, you could save your stuff. I don't know why you always think you had to donate. I mean, I understand if you do it, you do it, but I'm not trying to. I'm in it for the fun. I'm not in it for the cash, friend. Remember what Mick said. Well, what's crazy about the bowling thing is the money he already spent. To spend the level of money he has spent and not have a side hustle is super pathetic. At least when he was charging Barkley $20 to come watch wrestling with him in the Discord, at least that was a hustle that made sense because a lot of those people would like to hang out with Ken and literally hear what he's saying during the wrestling thing. That was probably one of the most noble hustles he did. Now, when he would say he'd call his members once a month, horseshit. You would get a call if you were severely dented, yes. If you were Dustin Cotton, you might have got a message more than normal. He was buying computers and TV phones. All I know is when Schmidt was giving him money, he was making blood money. That guy was making enough money where he could have literally put us in charge and he would have been better off. Did Phil just end? Or is he in the shitter? Oh, no, he didn't hit the coffers on fucking Star Fox night? Let's see how this sounded.
Laws to limit filler cards that are worthless. They're strict that every card needs to have an item or a Pokemon. That's cool. So then, how do they get energy cards? Do they sell them separate? You buy like an energy card pack for like
Look at Raw's Phil chat going nuts.
Because I'll agree, the filler cards are annoying.
That means he didn't get the money when you see the trumpets.
That many energy cards. Jackathon, thank you so much for $2. What you said is absolutely stupid, so I'm not going to read it. But thank you for $2 regardless. I appreciate that.
Someone said, Legos Pokemon Star Fox. Are you streaming for kids now?
All right, everyone. Well, that's
Go ahead and answer that, Phil.
I do want to say thank you guys for the support tonight. I wasn't, to be honest with you, I wasn't even expecting to get as much support as we got for Star Fox. I thought it was going to be a dead stream. We actually did better tonight than we did the premiere stream of Star Fox last week. Seriously. So, obviously, thank you very much for that. I'm having fun so far with this Japanese box of cards. So far, that's been 6. So that means there are 24 left because this box is 30 packs. It's 30 packs of 5 cards. Now, I
don't know who Mick is, Billy.
Still here, right? Because you seem to be very educated on this. The Japanese boxes are different because you are guaranteed a certain number of rare hits in a box. But what is the guaranteed number? Do you know this, Roy? Unlike the English boxes that are random. And I would say on average in the English boxes...
Do you know this, Roy?
Between 5 and 6 hits. One I had 8, and one I think I only had like 4, maybe 5. Okay? Roy says, yes, in Japan they release basic energy card sets. They strictly provide energy, that way the customer gets what they need if it's just energy. Got it. So it's no waste, you just get exactly what you want to pay for. Cool. All right, so... how many hits can we expect? So far, we got 2. We got that, like, dark, it was like a dark potion thing. And then, of course, we got the very nice, I think it's Benito, as our first hit. So, I don't know. So, Layla says 3 to 5 hits and 1 super hit. Would this be considered a super hit right here? This is $12. Would this be considered our super hit? I don't know, because unlike the English versions at the bottom, they wrote it in Japanese, and I can't read it. So it's not like 1 star, 2 star. It's in Japanese. I don't know what it says.
He even has a
The
look
full arts
on the
are not
bottom. He has
ultra
a thing
rares.
that says
This is
packs
not
to
considered an
open.
ultra rare.
Scrolling on the bottom
We
of
are
the
guaranteed
screen.
An ultra rare in this box. We just don't know what it
Packs
is.
to
That's interesting.
open.
What would it be?
He's
A special
letting you
illustration
know.
Rare, a gold foil. Like what would it be? I wonder. So you said how many? 3 to 5 hits, 1 super hit. So 1 super hit within the 3 to 5. Okay, so we already got 2 hits. We already got our 2, but we can get up to 5. Interesting. So here, Roy says each box containing 30 packs includes at least 1 guaranteed secret rare, 2 to 3 illustration rares, and 6 to 8 double rare EXs. I wonder what a double rare EX is. Is that the hollow? The hollow, full hollow? So this is considered one of our illustration rares. Yeah. So we're going to get probably 1 to 2 more of these. No, we did already, right? We got the stupid potion.
All right,
one
I'll
was
talk
cracked.
to you guys later.
So we might only get 1 more. But we are going to get